Musibam for at the highest level. Ali, Omoko Kruya, na Eneman Koye Kra, Omotaria na why, Omosha na Jurega and Ranso, Omo Edia Woho Ali, Omo and a Brazilian club and a boy. Now so Omo ending Kunum, Omo first game, Omo Lusu 1-0, Omo first game, Omo Bogoles and Ra, Omo ne Palmeiras so and a boy, Emma Ali, Elusu by 2 goals to nothing. In 2 games, Ali 4. Among Winibi, Wamo Ancient go, the first club or club World Cup here, almost a penalty, El Ali, Wamonso Abe, the first club, a player, a shen home, own go, Dikayan, El Club World Cup, and Ali player, and a shen home, Nanso Oba Africa, Omi a giant, Omi a best, at the highest level, all the guns, big ones, Nisha, Ali, Omo form, into Enra. Almost 2-0 defeat, and our Kessben television. So now, so far, our tournament, Brazilian clubs, one edge, Omodin, Papa, pass the attention. Most of them, our European clubs, as a Champions League, European teams, Omoya, so at this tournament, Brazilian clubs, hey. Eden parcel Ubeno Mbeshia na wadi omusun kunim 6 matches and omo abo omo out 4 wins na omo draw 2. No Brazilian club and an elusive match of FIFA Club World Cup. And a man of the match, Ekoye, Emma William Estavao, on one first game, offer MVP, second game, and one so offer another MVP. So play away or a Chelsea player. Nami Aduma, on my Club World Cup, where we are, and I obey Johnny Chelsea, Enra, Wabo, Eche Ali, Someone to William Estavao, and a young man of the match. Yanko Inter Miami, any FC Porto game, a so Porto, and I share first.
I have also 17 years.
17 or go 18.
Now, or Chelsea. Diongo.
Chelsea player.
Yes.
Into Oba.
After Club World Cup, or Chelsea.
First game of a man of the match.
Yes.
Second game, another man.
2 years, no actually me. Them some kind.
Okay.
Diongo.
18. Chelsea enya azepa onwo azoye enti William Estavao Chelsea mo next big 10 eno no ana tournament we were taking it by storm eno Inter Miami any FC Porto match no kofopi e kan some especially Messi ne free kick na or the two net ema in the club Inter Miami e win ye eno first goal somu Agahoa na enya penalty goal Emma FC Porto. Star player we kaketo bi senka oba Chelsea na Ofeli Medicals from Atletico Madrid no join in FC Porto. Goals are washing in the figures no and so enye bad cry. Na Messi nefa man of the match. Say Leo washe ni 6th FIFA Club World Cup goal. The 16th goal of the season. The 50th goal for Inter Miami. The 754th all-time goal for the club. Name of the career no 866 goals and a Leo and so a team share 70. Leo Messi has 68 free kicks so far. Now right after the game, Messi so far. Now right after the game, Messi say, "Oh, you're lucky. Now, or sound so grateful. Say player be ebony supporter be ebony official be ebony." And now who say all lot of affection call for our affection for on Leo Messi. Javier Mascherano a coach at the Inter Miami or say Messi on your free to Messi none home follow very late and a pass medical test nanka Messi po nanka also come bench no nenso obi oyare ne home follow no na obema sa sterling performance no enti Leo a player wa gini din pa because born there or you gifted Javier Mascherano bo Leo Messi about so na Arsene Wenger and no see a pandit former Arsenal manager don say Messi adia o kire ne enra no adia waye atoa so na ne consistency no just unmatched. The here Messi my highest performance debia ojinemu a ne ball no enra free kick we enti akoma free kick we enyo ofe enti Arsene Wenger enso Leo abaso also who from day one Messi enra Messi on sign born there onimo ball ye papa David Beckham so echo on IG and all the two say no one like him Messi a goat until Leo free kick no and our hair David Beckham and so a message no and our hair our Kessben television so Botafogo ahomachin one eshe kabako PSG omo enso entimi ante UEFA Champions League holders no and how much omo edi nsensame the way Brazilian clubs no omo fa tournament we say e omo World Cup no as European teams no omo e fa no say pre-season now so called Brazil omo say tournament no omo je e dia kofie Botafogo she ebako a PSG omo entimi ante Luis Enrique coach Emma PSG say Botafogo any first clubber omo e defend better against ono e PSG ono PSG about so many matches nemo team beni wa omo timi stop omo timi defend better chain Botafogo ahomachi how omo e defend nti Luis Enrique ana e Botafogo about so say the club no enso elusu ye Malon a Botafogo omo a captain or say PSG a great team na omo back game na also omo more ampa omo can catch them ho so omo the European champions ana airborne to be a end double the effort and ho sunsanso and the year e our Kessben television so also omo mission and say omo the trophy no ebeko fie and no a targeter Botafogo before Club World Cup omo say ya so far they are simply on course. Atletico Madrid omo we know my first game our tournament we because our first match in the PSG and I knew omo 4 and so ahomachi omo so enye biase omo che Seattle Sounders omo by 3-1 and no Atletico Madrid omo a club don until losing 4-0 to winning by 3-1 omo match highlight and our Kessben television so now omo next game also mo try na omo nya win omo qualify because our group no PSG our 3 points Botafogo for no and so and Atletico for no and so about 3 points Conor Gallagher former Chelsea midfielder say so about Atletico so win way na ehun hia pa mo mentin sama Atletico midfielder formerly of Chelsea Conor Gallagher or the Atuja.
And now with this win, yeah, I think it was a really important win for us. The most important thing today was to get the 3 points, and we've done that. So now we're looking forward to the last game.
Into the most important thing on my year, now I'm first 3 points of the tournament and run so enya ne kama next game ebebo and ebo 6 Chelsea and Flamingo and ebo say Cole Palmer. On a said Jesse number 10 first game or said Jesse number 10 and Koyesa so Chelsea win and then or say me number 10 no or say Hazard any player no any power say Chelsea number 10 no Hazard one na din komo pen na number 10 dey na ho pa say or say e Chelsea mumientie omo darling boy of Chelsea Cole Palmer.
Actually number 10 as well and you famously DM'd him. Has he DM'd you back yet?
No, I've seen him a few times at the training ground and stuff like he's asked me for my shirt for one of his sons and stuff. So yeah.
What was he like when you met him? Was it great to see a player you probably grew up idolising?
Yeah, the team was nice for the conversation. So yeah, obviously Romeo and Liam are my age, so I played with them for a while, and then Tolson's obviously from Manchester as well. So that's how we have a good friendship and that.
Where you Cole Palmer and you Okasafa Eden Hazard ho or say any Hazard the sharpen na Hazard penny Jesse no ama ne mano ememano emu baako enti Hazard you be a Chelsea number 10 years no so share the niema nto no so be fa number 10 na o hwese so ebe same and also Liam Delap on any boy e Man City nti onim ni dada onye new emano ewo in terms of say omo ebo one team see the lap about Chelsea no the first game obey assist subsequent games no den a eno so ebefa Enzo Maresca say eyampa oko Africa any economy baller omo afa tournament ni say omo main World Cup pa then so European teams no akwakoye say pre-season omo ye coach no Enzo Maresca say yampa tournament we omo use as a pre-season
in the competition. It's I said in my press conference when we arrived here that the feeling that we have, it's like pre-season, and the reason why is because we finish our season in Europe, Premier League, we had some day off, and then we start again. So the feeling that you have is like pre-season, but it's not pre-season. It's Club World Cup, it's big competition, and we are not here for pre-season. We are here to try to win the game and to try to go as much as far in this competition.
We are not here for pre-season. Ya boss, you better try winning games. In the tournament, everybody who sees in Chelsea on some break here, and almost sound so every group here. It's not feeling it to say about pre-season. Nanso in reality enye preseason no mo trophy no womo page yebisa no Samuel Carlo Modric ebetimi afesi up to 4 years because of banned substance or fire on Modric so Enzo Maresca ekasa fan ho.
Good. The last time I spoke with Misha, as I said, was in Poland, and he was quite good. I didn't see him worried, or at least I didn't see him not good. He was good. He was okay. Since that day, I didn't speak with him, so I don't know how he's now. But for sure, in the next days, in the next weeks, we're gonna have contact with him.
Third row white t-shirt.
After our finals, our UEFA Conference League no only Mikalo ending come on name on sa time no on sa born ho ye afterwards on the born in share maybe after Club World Cup or hen chira kwan na the woman so or the atudwa yanko Madrid so ye Jabi Alonso ebe born the second game for Los Blancos in the first game there obi ase ankoye against Al Hilal omo efe Saudi Arabia na against Pachuca Obe ringi so many changes. Obe Sachraye on the starting 11. Alda Gula one of the players Obenya chance as starting the Amal coach no. Jabi Alonso above Florentino Perez amania se nim fifino onya okay enti open midfielder. Nanso Florentino Perez said there be midfielder there yan fa bi man because you are in abundance. Your midfielders bebre ehun hia say obekọ market no so akofa obi aba we amania Madrid omo abok mo coach Jabi Alonso say midfielders now open already omo enso EOP yanko Barca so ye Juan Garcia enya beye Barca omo goalkeeper Dani Olmo aye Spain ni onene Dani Olmo one Juan Garcia nso omo link akra and okọ ni Angia opposed to picture of him and then the boy Barca for assign no and I always the very best of luck say what Barca no o meboa emaniema enko yepa emfa emomo Nico William the representatives Barca for man say boy no aye Barca nko no person okọ into another club at the offer bar Nico and some consider aye Barca and no any other team we eso anegina na yakọ ban hospital aso ye ye dan ho ba pe ye o more aye be sumatie for any ahefo
Cratchy, unemu bua unkoisha Dr. Ban uye den wa ha. Unye no mpemu ya die no wanko Dr. Ban jinse be.
Doctor. Hey, bye-bye. This happened. What?
So good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon.
This is my father. We come from Nigeria, and he has issue with the leg.
The leg broke?
We don't know.
No, it broke. Ow! Me, I'm a specialist about bones. I will deliver you now. Then you go to Nigeria back.
Cratchy, unemu bua unkoisha Dr. Ban uye den wa ha. Unye no mpemu ya die no wanko Dr. Ban jinse be fa. Onu pe de ni dompe na dodo uda dompe mbe wagodo empem. Wotimi hwehwe dompe santi ni dompe wa bebo wunsem. Wose ya de bebe de nyuma paso so ani nyame kra na meka. O no mpemu nim de ono na ye expect nya zanfo no. O akra any Kumasi no mpemu expect yen kan kire.
Yes, sir. What are you doing?
You
are not specializing when it comes to bone issues. You are not specialized in bone healing. Hey, you know that the man can someone called Dr. Bango. Then this guy's got one of me. Oh, but you know, look, you know, say Dr. Ban is the best when it comes to bone issues. Well, Doctor, please, you came to look for Dr. Ban, isn't it? This is not the right place.
Well, he brought us here.
Listen to me. I am taking you to Dr. Ban.
But you have a ban here by hospital. Now, no question say you be a few three so busy when I say. You shame your winning in 2 I say. Mammy, dear, I'm a woman, and no good tapoma, who sees ya chia. You go to J, when I'm on this crack. Man, ya wo can say, Papa, ya wo can say, the go to J and no one be coming. Bow wa, yen tenacima go to J, a kumobi. Bow wa go to J, you be 2 I say, I'm a Niger, a year pay. It is Sreya one son, and ye. wani da so nyina asa woma na ya kanse Mr. Wakobobo anasa wona mo ama taisa pa wo ma wonemu abuse pen brana ye ye ntwe ye de ahaban keke na beto so nyankopa dom ahaban ne beto so a nkasa ni nompe na etete na eha adwene nyina no nyankopa dom ni nyina beto ato a ama nompe ni nyina aye kama
Papa actually Papa Papa is working. Let me hold you here. No, don't hold me. Papa is working.
Bar Herbal Hospital. Specialists in every kind of bone disease. Spinal cord, swelling of the arms, arthritis, bone injury, swelling of the leg with reddish color around it, and so on.
Ede na eteti wo, ede na ama wo yura wo, ede na ama wo ni da so asa. Ba wo ho a, ani da so wo ho. Ba ye wo Accra ye wo Spintex Road 18 Junction. Kumasi ye wo Atonsu Agogo Government Hospital na ni mo a. Ye numbers yi na egu asi freye. Ade bi e kire wadwena na se ye ruwa bi eteti obi ano. Ye be boa ma nyaruwa ni nyina ase atu ama nkunimde awie peye. Ma me emfa ho ne ba bi a wo free ba papa. No kwasam se ene wiase afana nyina ni Nigeria ne Ghana ha ene ba bi obi a wona bi fra brochire bi fri hen e pa ba so yeye enti ba bi a wo no panifo se adedie kwan nwa ba bi a wo bia fo woni kire ba ya so yeye ha na wo ba ya so yeye ha sebi o nya fe ne kwabra ne ba betwe wo nan ne tenten bia maame papa ye de ahaban keke ena nyankopɔ adom ye de beto so na numpene nkasa ni babi a cheche bia na haban betenetene ni nyina kama ba achafo ba yarwena bejare
Ban Herbal Clinic
ba achafo ba yade nyina ebedwane mo yenko maso eye na yemfa sika ketwa bi enkoje yaresa yenko the English Premier League PFA Player of the Year omo ede nominees no aba one be for Premier League PFA Player of the Year. Now, nominees no Bruno Fernandes ebo Emma Manchester United, Alexander Isak Newcastle, Alexis McAllister ebo Liverpool, Cole Palmer Chelsea, Declan Rice Arsenal, and Mo Salah ebo Emma Liverpool. Na edia emese ya nkofon apa Van Dijk went me ameki the top 6 into nomination no and our Kessben television so Cole Palmer starting league no very well nanso wanhwe ye enti ayam kwofon apasa Cole Palmer din abewremu nemu Van Dijk a consistent performance Liverpool asoye no din enso entimi amba enti league champions no enya 2 players Mo Salah and Alexis McAllister, Arsenal Nyabako, Newcastle Nyabako, Chelsea Bako, and Manchester United Monson Enya Bako. Gattuso enra oma panontoma as new manager for the Azzurri Italy national team. Na the first West was obviously players no Sabusian Bako. Ompe entity mubia unity very very key. Now opese give all. The Italian national team because national team no fans no and so deserve better. Liverpool reached total agreement with Mark Guehi, former Chelsea defender now but the Emma Crystal Palace no make us say Liverpool for and when you want into Mark Guehi any man from now a bit about your official and you are Melos Kekes a Bournemouth player and also any Liverpool personal terms and ni do no and so about official flying vets make us say the medicals no cost into Premier League winners no guswa argument squad no anti Frankfurt eguswa medicals no ekoso den na a couple of signings Darwin Nunes free Liverpool akọ yentie and it's a Napoli for no at the first offer ba na Napoli for offer na at the abano enya offer as entice Liverpool for no yetete say 42 million pounds plus add-ons enti Liverpool for no pay more said Darwin bro 42 million pounds. Juventus any Adidas extended partnership no to 2030. Adidas for and a kete Juventus a contract na running out afei esinkonya so team atretremu Arsenal for actual our ayas say epe Omo player Jorel Hato a boy Arsenal for nya bring so pa na omo pen long term influencia and Arsenal for nya boy na omo ebe sign na we see akan e di ama omo enso a club no ni madueke a Chelsea player Arsenal for and ya prepare omo nya na omo epe enti the Gunners omo so ehwe winger so no ni madueke Chelsea player Arsenal for enso nya na omo epe Emiliano Martinez Arsenal goalkeeper no Man United for NNA kasa Nemon preferred choice coach Ruben Amorim kope onaga sani kromuni Diogo Costa na odago Emma Portugal national team no onomon na Ruben Amorim epe Man United as a club I take a decision say Emiliano Dibu Martinez mum na omode no enso ebeba Chelsea pese omo hijack Newcastle omo move na komele kwakofa Brighton for striker João Pedro na Newcastle for the boy no wie Chelsea for the pese omo etimi esi akire Arsenal and Johnny Race no for Kudus Muhammad started with Chelsea and about Tottenham and pay that sorry ya Kudus Muhammad yet say Arsenal for na womo enso epe ye papa God for other Roma for close on some no and a fiada
okay
enyina we sune fancy
Montana de Tony
award winner
all right Eben Masafachawa he besi ha na ya toaso ene questions na fi yeso ye de adwenkyere aba afamo questions no home Kessben television and check questions no aba na eba ebejagum na afi adwenkyere no so atoaso de mamo GCB Bank, your bank for life. Omo eboa maide midfield action jumedi enso bremo Friday edition GCB your bank for life. Omo so ya saying your sponsors the main ones no baako eno no sanso and Toyota Ghana company limited. Toyota Ghana company limited. Omo enso eboa maide midfield action bremo. Also, Ghana drives Toyota Starlet. Ghana drives Toyota Starlet. Sanso and a high sense. Omo eboa high sense esoya sini ye papa. Se yemfa djubedi emra obia OTA free service kopum say no mienu ebebo high sense. Everyday prices for everyday people. High sense. Omo so na ye official partner. FIFA Kamdiza Hudo Bebrebe Titu de Coso America FIFA Club World Cup high sense level high sense ewo enono kwa miki baba na obe biemu yi papa nema hodo high sense omo enso de aba ewiase afana nyina ene Ghana high sense everyday prices for everyday people sanso and a Bank of Ghana omo kachire obia se misro obi eba na oba be kachiro se mebo osika ho first ka sei bra na menye ni sei ma na be ye moho de ma wa o mpaucho eno an say numbers are enche de betu dua no ofre na Bank of Ghana quickly omo ebefa na omo yiwa no se omo nim sa nkofo na ombe kachiro nti ema obia emedada emfa osika eni na scammers no adoson ewo system no mu yie papa MTN eboa ema ye the midfield action jumedi bro MTN everywhere you go pamcho enche ebetu omo so nkan yie papa omo boa ema midfield unsa eka babia wo bia ene anopei sanso ena DSTV your home of entertainment DSTV why ne betimi ene omo aprin nobody DSTV omo dikanya don't go there omo nso enche ebebiebiem na mo amunim the DSTV omo level omo kunu di omo etimi eye omo boa me di dwumadi enso bremo Printwear Services Limited Jabin Rural Bank Balm of Gilead making your kitchen your pharmacy Jabba Jewelry omo so boa me di dwumadi bremo Amalina Children's Haven your one-stop shop for all your baby and kids needs Grace Gift Herbal Clinic and Lab Services Ban Herbal Hospital Herbasol Company Limited Charistic Ventures, Samsung Easy Waterproof Paints. Omo nyina no eboa se yemfa dwumadi emro Dawood Herbal omo eka ho de Amuzu Dr. Amuzu Herbal Clinic Tonchi Herbal omo so eka ho de sa enso na Otwea Herbal edimu akotin ye papa Kojak Farmer so eka ho ma ye de bro de bia se American ye to nsafre obia nwumaku ahodo momra na momfa mo ho emedom eye sa abusuaku yi na wonu hu da se obae se ye modewro enso emfa ema omo hunu bibi na kukudam foyi nyina no e de omo ho abedom eye midfield action Kessben television. Ye to so de amamo quickly. Maminko fa ni what? Scientific Herbal Clinic. Omonkra to kakra bi. Na fe yemfa questions no to so mamo.
But ni what Scientific Hospital. A team of medical scientists. I have created boom near the infidel maso. A juma or ya swear has he. Ya swear had ye. Yes, I'll buy a sabi. Near time a good amount, said the coconon. Name ye do to a fiducial. The Mephidio Mushimu, the Mium at the Potier, the Yadene Breo, Nesamium in Ya, Yarene do in the piano so. The Vegetarian out to Yariasi, what the editing said. See the baby as a what to Yariasia, which me to a centum.
Open what Scientific Hospital, Dr. Phobius Yajumani say. Enubna enu tanya obwade edi dum ye no yenye mu hwemo na fe enwenu ankasa wo ma friends phytochemicals no ye extract say enwenu no na ye fam frem no emfa ema e bia o kidney no yare abem o kidney no essay yanko na Ghana ha ye de take ahaban e de dialysis a o kidney no say akodu se den kura no a nyarehemu na nya didi na fo ni kirem e woni what Scientific Hospital bofra ban e boye ama wo diabetes ye de bofra ban e ne nyama bi efra e de mawo a e be bo ma diabetes na o sugar e koso pii no eno so aboa ama etimi abafum e bia na wo hwe misisi e na o problem pa e yo mema sem da ba bi wo no a onya tenkan kwa so mo ba beda obo so otimi nya hode ne pagya no no oba ehyiemu a ehyiemu na adwo e no obo so atese ne be ma no ensore kra e bia na e no bia da so a wo nom yo ba na utie me na se e ya wo no problem e bia na e fibroid na kosi a wo no kwan ana wa kwa ya sabia doctor si ensuo betata onkosuemu ovarian cyst ana se fallopian tube no e na block ye obebu okura wo sebu ensisi so ni nyina timi sinyi se ho kwan be ma bia na ho so e na wo form nkwabon e wo form low sperm count na wo okura be ba be ne ho so mu no na emo no be friends spermatozoa no ba kokura we nyina e ha esi awo ho kwan a obani what Scientific Hospital a enfidi e de ehwe be da di amia wo se problem bi wo no mu a ne atimi ehwo aduro na afi aduane e be kyerɛ ho adie pressure ti amo akoma bo periperi asem kura si ofi ntimi mo amane obi so hwe me na ne bia stroke akawa tompam ye kwa wo ye ba wo so ntimi okasa na pampan boni bi akyire e no halitosis yade ba ko a ya no wan obi opewase obetimi akade akyere wo a ade bedi unya okasa bia na obi atwene hwene okoda na nyimre oda odwonso antentem ye papa mo mpanifo no e free 40 50 60 years e kwa ni mo no o prostate na ekese prostate enlargement e ba sa oda odwonso antentem odwonso bebransa na ade akye e mane nka achi emye nkofa catheter ahoma nkoto ba memo abusuafo bi ebere ni nti manya adagye amo ya de dia nyadidie se ni what Scientific Hospital Ghana ha de o pa ya sabe e dia ba frim die fidie e de twe enubna e na fa ho de ni fra haba mu e de sa o ya de ma wo a na e ni what Scientific Hospital yi wo Kumase Atonsu Monaco Junction ya Dansura Bank no ene bi ene mehwe enkran so ye o ma 7 ye ben Janet Corner dan no 0244 087687. In case you are watching us from any part of the world, whether you are in any African country or you are watching us from Europe, you can contact us on WhatsApp +233 244 087687 or on Google Map. Just type Niwat Scientific Hospital and you'll be given the exact location.
Niwat Scientific Hospital. Nyanko Pwanda Rumenti Wamoto Edema.
All right, Niwat Scientific Herbal Clinic in Kratokakra and Nayako Fade Abremo, Yebeto so de Amamo Afe, Yebeko questions no Amode Abrayan on Tentem and Reno Equabono Apahosima Ediono Ensia Pepepe. Mamensha se Emfa Enfree Yeko Agogo Fred, anyway, Aba General. Which teams were the opponents of Ghana in the Under 17 World Cup in Japan 93 and Ecuador 95? Oh, okay. And yebeye hojuma ye one between 1 and 2 intino yemfa no enter our Mohammed edru ha me say obeye hojuma kakra de amaye and 17 open 93 95. Okay, Japan any Ecuador there no. Alright, edru ha yebeye hojuma na I don't know wonimu nyame fe what's going on.
About time 1 and 2.
And only a 7. And only a 7. And only a 7. But only a why? All right. Between both squads, which players among them made it to the highest level of football in their career? Fred Edwefri Agogo and Abreyen. Hi, Sejo. With Ali losing their second game against Palmeiras, do you believe they can come out of the group Whack Boy? Anyway, a free Tachiman and so Ebreyen and Anope. Kwa Mickey Misrel Facebook, and away questions so and so the Ebreyen. General, good morning. What happens if in a tournament all matches played in the group stages and in goalless drawn games? Who qualifies to the next stage? Africa must reason. Edway free and crying and about 0-0. So I'll be an and 0-0. Info never call. Okay. Tournament be any rules. The way no a info and I call. Okay, Marine Raw. Good morning, Joe. I would like to ask your panel about the whereabouts of Tariq Jibril and their views of his footballing career, considering his talent and skills exhibited in Ghana Premier League. For Accra Hearts of Oak, Dr. Moses Agawena Amanya, the way every UK senior lecturer at the Montfort University, Leicester, UK, and Apejawe Abreye and Anope. Me cut to 2 every Nicosia, Cyprus. Anyway, Abreye, good morning to you all. Please, looking at the Premier League fixtures for 2025-2026, which of the top 5 top teams can win their first 5 matches? Okay, in my opinion, Manchester United are the most difficult league games in the first 5 matches, and they can have a possible 5 points out of 15 to 2 and so the way Brian. Miko Kingsley Tamale Kingsley say, on a scale of 10, how will your panelists rate Frederick Asari's entire performance at Kumasi Asante Kotoko as he finally departs? Frederick Asari, on a scale of 10, how will your panelists rate Frederick Asari's entire performance at Asante Kotoko as he finally departs? All right. Now there also the Abreye no. Me call Reading UK, Doc T. Anyway, free Reading UK Abreye. Hope say a question. When is Dr. Naru returning to the program? His absence has been noticeable, and I must admit that I miss the entertaining gist about people that you share before the show. Okay, we're all interested one to know. Those light-hearted moments really help me unwind and relieve stress. I'm a big fan of that segment. Oh, okay, Dr. That's pa yinyai. Yebeye betwa so ayepa. Ebregu up ID ebebremo. Sizakwa be ma me namfo nyina. So mo wo contributions kra so mo de ba. Omo mfa ma. Na ebi asebo mo beka no so hu hia pa. Se ebi am de koba na mako bi manu akasim bia for mu. Baby ade no so ekeka ko. Ya semo. Ma sure mo pa se menye sa nti wo mo famra na de ho bia no ye be kinkan kama de ama wo but ehun bia so nsie na onye bibia usuro. Please, I want to ask, which team do you support? The year you started supporting them and the reasons why you chose to support them. I'll be very grateful if your panel members can do same. Sir Clement Edway Ifri Swami ena abreye teams that you support local team, foreign team, and as a heaven okay. One specific. Okay. Yantwa so emfa emamo hwan de enso any other free adujama ena ebreye. Please, I want our Muhammad to give me the current state of these African teams. 1. Liberty Professionals, Ghana. 2. Africa Sports of Cote d'Ivoire. Santos FC, South Africa. Ashanti Gold, Ghana. Mount Cameroon. All right. Liberty, Africa Sports, Santos, Ashanti Gold, Mount Cameroon. Kingsley Asante Amwakon Edway Free Adujama ena Abreyen. Yet was so dear why dear and so is it true that all clubs playing in the FIFA Club World Cup are not expected to change their starting lineup or starting 11? Minimum question here. What you say? Okay. Intina and also I don't know. So is it true that any win at the FIFA Club World Cup attracts $2 million? Okay. Wow, it drew her, and so you be no de amount. Sante Krobia the way free Sunyan and Abreye. Though I'm Kwesiata from Kaswa. Please ask Andy, is there any player in Europe currently who is a better free kick taker than Messi? Kwesiata Kaswa. Andy and also.
Messi go back on share no.
And you go back or touch goals. Na enra de na yeka
no na say Messi chego a obi anka say no de no be last be na say bobo 2 goals but enra de na say go social media ba bia en na aye me nwa
sa
zizu aye me nwa say
this are goals oye young na o share goals
see oh say do Messi had scoring
enra ye hwe game no make ka say you know say ball no be da no
me so beto wa mu zo be ba che me so beto
me ka say coca no
Messi bi mo te ba bia da no be ba che
coca ni doctor Kwabena Poku Aneso Poku Wabagana no bafufuru say dia jai
enam
ai no fra la bafui dollar you say idiwi anu asanfre abuchi no onu mo ku phone so me hunu bank rate you say na mo de na we are near Dino Assassin for about Fruzy. Jawon, or the dollar Casepa, Dr. Ernest Opoku. Welcome to Ghana. I want to know why Don Bote and Charles Saylor couldn't play in Europe. Were they not up to standard? Mido Gushegu Hospital, Northern Region, Mido Gushegu Hospital, Northern Region, way, and so Brian. Okay. Ali losing their second game against Palmeiras Medical Canway. Do you believe they can come out of the group? Whack boy Techiman. We say good morning, Sergio. Which month is the club competition going to start? That's the CAF Champions League and the CAF Confederations Cup. Alfredo the way every takwa and abeka and anopay. Alfredo mi free ho na mako oyibo boaten nyebehi. Do good morning. Under which management did Kumasi Asante Kotoko achieve a successful glory? Achieve the most successful, glory. Greetings to Chairman Ousu Bempa in Shiaiso and Samuel Boachi Adam SBY Busumtre. Ibo Boachi the way for Nirebehi and Abba of a management that almost Bas Asante Kotoko. Omo modern mono a chain management bia. Obi busasi ananka also do de na de abeka ho on. Na ma cheche adwen say bia a management way na the kronti ame kasa no any say na de abeka ho na ya toto adwen de afa ho ni yenkwa etrem. Has Ghana ever played any match against Argentina which Messi featured Samuel Mensah Tobizo Samuel Mensah Tobizo account office Mana International School Samuel Mensah Tobizo account office Mana International School Bremen UGC una wapeja we and so atum Genuinely, which African side is in the right position to qualify to the next stage of the FIFA Club World Cup? Justice Edwin Ifri Tema and Abreye Ifri Tema Name Besen Ako Tamale Fireman Zakaria Tamale Fireman Zakaria. When now message you know Afri Tamale. I want to find out from your panel on Kumasi Asante Kotoko's penalty in the FA Cup final. So we are church now. Fireman with Tamale Fireman Zakaria. Okay, Ebia now one monitor our programs. You know, I googled about Community Shield match between Liverpool and Crystal Palace, and the gate fee is $428. Please convert it in Ghana cedis for me. Yada Kofi John, Udwefi Dambai Uti region. Good morning, Sir Joe. All right. It's now also there. No tickets are cost to $428. Yamfamra cedis. Ada said the news Ghana Hana. All right. Enti Yamfa the next one, and so Emra High. Jana, how do your panel feel like not seeing the current generation of the Black Stars players not being among the teams participating in the ongoing FIFA Club World Cup? Sebash and Ekukuruwe Efri Salaga and so Abreyen. Yako Salagadia Yemra Ehefa Cape Coast. Cape Coast Prisons Complex. Okay. I'm Frank, aka Ayoa from Ankerford Prisons Complex, Cape Coast. Please, I want to know the qualification for the FIFA Club World Cup. Okay. Mamin free a whole Cape Coast. Na Emerson Concrane, assignment. Joe, why is it that in Belgium's Pro League, the managers use captain's armband? The managers use the captain's armband. It's your boy, Wak. It's your boy, Audu Yakubu from Ashaiman. Audu Yakubu from Ashaiman. Okay. Me free Audu Yakubu, Diano Eso. If Ashaiman, if I say Ako offenso Samproso. Sir Chief, and I do free offenso Samproso, and Samproso. All right. Joe, don't you think the narrative of the Ballon d'Or winner can change after this Club World Cup? I don't hear Dembele again in the race now. The best player of this tournament can be instrumental in the Ballon d'Or race. Okay, also the Abba no. PSG na Omotitigwe Botafogo. All right, Yentwaso. Oze.
On first match, I'm winning.
Obase Omolusu. The one that brings on Betmalusu at Botafogo.
Oh, and they're tough. Very tough. Obian,
sad.
But you know, the Brazilian class have been beating the European teams
until World Cup
until recently. Yeah. Or Bachels.
I know here.
It is a World Cup on Moboro.
Yes. MVP Wajimino already.
Yes.
World Cup, no.
18-year-old.
Yes.
Wajim MVP no 2 already.
Yeah.
Wow.
Apart from World Cup, no. Yen such quality or more. And when I say yen my ni enko.
Yeah.
Quality or more with regards to clubs now, more free Brazil and the rest of the Southern America. Even Boca Juniors said you game on the Benfica.
Okay.
They were leading before Benfica Betika. So they have the quality. That's the reason why, to me, the reason these European clubs a very good run for their money.
Okay. Our own say a lot of people don't know them individually.
Yes.
Say you Ketua Biansa and Abeko the next. I go get Jesus. Brazil team no more World Cup qualifiers. One of the games or she go on an airborne 9. Into a starting bet 3 game for Brazil and then call up. Esteban William Brazil versus Ecuador. He was started from the right side. Alan Abeba, the Flamingo team, a team Yabuba players are already established. Until no Gustavo Gomez for Palmeiras on a Paraguay for central defense. Weverton was the goalkeeper for Brazil in 2016 when they won the Olympic Games. Wakana national team was the last World Cup. He was part of the World Cup, and he said, "Yo, almost the quality anchors in our tournament, and the Europeans should watch out for them."
So please, can you update me on the current local transfers, especially Kumasi Asante Kotoko, some Toba, is it Toba or Toba? Okay, we do every Wanchi and so local transfers. Kwa Mickey, una Mefro now update here on local transfers, no. Into Idruha now Oberboy ma. Current ones, Pano de Abre. Good morning, General. You hinted on the huge spending on Kumasi Asante Kotoko by His Royal Majesty Otumfo Setutu II, which isn't yielding much results. Do you have any idea how much the king spends monthly on Asante Kotoko? Kwame. Mr. Pijabija phones no na your calls, mame. Na fi nina no betu yenim. How much the king spent on Kumasi Asante Kotoko monthly? Wow. Na ese all right. Okay. Se mo pedia. It's second one there. Why not? Because he spent a lot. I'm Eugene Godsway from Ashaiman. Me free Hanama ba Ashaiman why and I did my message here about Eugene Godsway. I want to ask the Ghana Premier League, is it meant for only Hatofuk and Asante Kotoko? Because always when another team wins the league, people have been saying that the two teams are not doing well, and that's why Club A or Club B won. We know that they are not doing they are not doing well, but why do the media make those comments? Okay. I mean, I'm saying a question. Yeah, say team be apart from Kotoko house, and yeah, Anamon Tiase. No, Busa say in Ghana Premier League, yeah, ma Kotoko house and Kwana. So I'm gonna be a Monday. I'll be Koko Jia, Kotoko house, asa. Kotoko house, asa. And never inquire Kotoko, and never inquire house of because Samatex in the winning league. Or be a Gold Stars and a winning, and our nations na winning. I didn't know yesa.
It's about
standard. Today, bia no omi nunkwane wini ana. Na fe mo ha sa management any players no. Oh, and message way question papa.
Message way short answer man.
Uber men kaso short answer no me kase. Maybe nimso oba be to whom much is given na.
David, say upon takra ne mani yake.
I na ma ofo to ama wa bube. Sejo, wa ofo to ama wa.
No anu bo from kai.
Remember the board draw against Ali. Omo luso. E jada bantu team nim sesi. Draw. E no mo boy yo. Omo bo Champions League, Cavalier Pride, Rudiger Pride, Alaba Pride, Militao Pride, Mendy Pride. Omo back four obi enu anu oye fit. Carlo Ancelotti to Brazil sesi. It is about standard. Ali coach at the Champions League 2 ama omo. We do semi-finals of the Champions League. Elusu, Sergio, we lusu nejuma. A standard. Assembling now. Until you do, I be chilling.
All right, young comrade. Looking at the level of football played at the World Cup, being played at the World Cup or Club World Cup. Okay, how can our clubs play such games with bribery in Ghana? Owura Kwame Edwefri, Victory Land of Warriors, Doti and Abrain. Okay, Doti ewo Kumasi. Ye free Doti na yako Northampton ewo UK. Seka business we have. Yo, where do you when are you interviewing the Minister of Sports on avoidance of the abundance of the new Edubiasi Sports Stadium, Sekabis, Northampton, UK. Una di we abrayen. Sports Minister Meyano at the Kuntia ya abandon a new Edubiasi Stadium. Sekabis who free Edubiasi. Please, one is Dr. Naru coming back. I miss him so much. Nana Kofi Edway Efri Ajirigano. What are they?
Ajirigano.
Me no na unko da.
O se jo minimo.
Sir. I will find some direct to me.
Oh,
this
is na Islamic University.
Okay. Okay, all right. Me challenge you pin. Come on, I'm direction. If you have Kumasi, na you can make up see a year. Me do circular. Bass the Makusi circular. Here na me come and fako Adrigan.
So obeba be fa shia shi side on.
Wala to ni monka.
Awa. Oh yeah, they really interest. Oh yeah, the interest. In the late 70s and 80s, players used to tie their neck with handkerchiefs when playing. Was there any law against that? Because there is no, we don't see them of late. Okay, Mubarak, former assemblyman, Shuaman Dadieso, now at Takradi, and the message Abba. Okay, I'm saying, Kala, Brabe, no my. I want to hanky bomb compa those days. Hey, and easy you make up a free pa was one of them. And old Jabba, one for him old Jabba, Mamusheko those days. Time beer and the hanky no bonnet and the comb on pen wasem. Uncle my ball be my fan soon and cast if I nam Jabba soon a ball on tea. No, I can't true.
Safety first. You play a video friend is down with 7 guys. Oh,
hey.
School near free player visa.
Kotoko fog ademe foul so koto net debi nti ne se bia ne defender ha kra wo kra e say ne player wo be pass amana debi no caso nam stance no be kra true my safe. I'm even surprised that Galamsey is debi Galamsey dey so enye me masem kra nti yen fatwa so na yen kohwe other messages amode abre yen. Can a Ghanaian team make any significant impact in Africa with no more than $500,000 as suggested by Andy yesterday? Because other clubs elsewhere in Africa spent millions of dollars but are not winning the trophy. I hope also, can a Ghanaian team make any significant impact in Africa with no less than with no more than $500,000 as suggested by Andy yesterday? Other clubs elsewhere in Africa spend millions of dollars but are not winning the trophy. Okay, I don't know but Kofi Mrosa anyway free Yamransa and Abre Mronsa na okay or the free Yamransa and Abre and now okay be say figure na ohene edema team no
for recruitment
no
yeah
a year 4.5 million last season okay out the back CD for no 45 billion no what do you call dollar okay
yes they call $450,000
yes and then but continue all cast says around $500,000 so it is a figure no obi betimi e a recruitment I could make an impact to Africa now because your clubs are almost spending far more than this millions and so I want to mean who Africa there's a question what you say
and I make a question there are contractions
why
no impact and winning trophy are two different ways
okay
the question
okay
impact and winning trophy are two different ways
okay
I don't think Dreams FC spent $450,000 in recruitment but they made impact in Africa
okay
you know what I mean? What matter now?
Matthias, yes.
Dreams, many some recruitment almost spend $450,000, but almost making impact in Africa. Into making impact and winning the trophy are two different things.
Okay.
Into my answer on the question.
One answer.
Yes.
Okay. Both could make impact with $500,000
Yes, you can make impact. Yes. You can make impact. Be great. I don't think the Kotoko team.
And who impact in saying?
Impact.
Then now I'm making impact.
Okay, impact and say you. In all this work for the last 21 years, Kotoko entimin ko bonru enter a group stage in Ponko anymore. It is a do so Kotoko do semi-finals of the Africa competition on making impact. And then
okay.
On do semi-finals on making impact and then
okay.
Until that is the impact.
Okay.
Even at the quarter final on making impact. Because for 21 years, the level has always been in group stage. Into almost group stage, echo the Dakar stage, quarter final, semi final. I'll call it impact.
Okay. Hi, General. How do your panelists feel Like not seeing current generation of the Black Stars players not being among the teams participating in the ongoing FIFA Club World Cup. Sebash Edway Ifri Salaga and Abraham, which AFCON saw the emergence of Samuel Inkum, Baba Rahman, and late Christian Achu. Frank Edway Ifri Atebubu and Ababeka Yensa and Anopay. Okay, yeah, twice a day, Amamo Kessben television, we a midfield action Friday edition. Questions and quam, and I entertain you a hana fee, short to a drink a day FA. Or drink Chibi FA, big question or there by nine, Yanu ye, and I have drink for big question one. Fabra, nine can in Cassiania comes and no menu ebo. What's the latest in Accra Heart of Folk with regards to recruitment of players and technical team? Yasewa the way every bomb so ena aba. Yasewa ni so a Heart of Folk nipa. What's the latest in Heart of Folk with regards to recruitment of players and technical team? And the other, what's funny?
Has in seven enika. Coach at the recruitment a comma penning for say players are OPD. And penning for me no afa ho. The coach for Fraka who penny na team ni yana dia. You know what you think?
Bobodie, ne did that money. Anani Pavro.
Aye. And no has one penny for no me. Eddie could did ya fa ho team ra. And none of pay after coach Watara upon training your friend is home secretariat.
Okay.
Players now de less than a comma in penny for no. Sa players and some penny for the players leading come.
Okay.
What in your mass?
Yeah.
Coach is me pesa ju me power. Okay, money list. And penny for a while and said you so mumra. O must have fetched the coach for Frasaba. I mean, I'm afraid coach what I see. I make as I said you. I was say, Coach Watara Sabria. So we need on am kwaswa all cocoa Heart of Folk secretariat all.
Wow.
Indeed. This situation is sanity.
Hello, Kessben Sports. Which matches okay, with matches being delayed, suspended, and continued in the ongoing Club World Cup, what implications await FIFA as a World Cup next year is going to be the same time like this? Ibrahim the way for Verona, Italy, and Abreu. What's actually going on between Kumasi Asante Kotoko and Justice Blay? Inu Sabawa the way from Mampong and Abreu. What's going on between Kumasi Asante Kotoko and Justice Blay? Inu Sabawa the way from Mampong and Abeka Yensa. How many red cards can a referee show in a match for one team? Ora Kwame, Victory Land of Warriors, Dotti, and so Apeja Wede Abreye. Me call a Tafu Adompom. Please, I trust you are doing well, and your team too. Please, where is okay. Oh, Sila Mudahubusa. Okay. Where is Newton and what's the situation with Ash Gold at the moment? Okay. Hamid Tafu Adompom and Ediwe and so Brey. Okay. Then I may know if the IMC will still be in place next season. Mary Ankama Edway for Salt Pond and Abre. The IMC Gidi Paso Ankaba de Asantiko Casam okay. Obusam said next season will they still be in place?
Yeah, we did Yano.
Won't mean Yano.
I tell you the answer in free.
Oh, in free, yeah. Okay.
So I'm about to my Jumas and I'm on to my Jumas.
Yeah. Nina be free on Hiniho, yeah. Okay. When a referee and his officials officiate a match in a game, and they all get medals, what happens in the second leg final and a referee officiates the first half and okay, Mesa Baba has a message you later. Into Yemfa we in your first batch in Lucia. Okay. Into you per se sign film bium na bebre and so ewa ha mreno so ekoyi papa Okay, and this our message san fa breb you mame. Peter Mampon Asante san fa message ebre mi biom. What are the criteria that qualifies a team to compete in the Club World Cup competition? Kujo Roxon the way free Techiman and Abreye. Kujo Roxon and the way Abreye. Sergio, what about the transfer stories of other clubs apart from Kumasi, Santi Kotoko, and Hato Folk? Do you have any idea about them? Okay. Peter Edufu as we free Mankasim and so Abre Yen Ewaha and Anopay. Please let Andy help me with the West Continent at the Club World Cup and arrange it in order. Crucial Raul Edway free if you just see that they say and Avekan Yensa and Anopay. Me call Santa Maria. Thomas Ajakon anyway Ebre Santa Maria and so dear no. The approach currently employed in football seems quite antiquated. As it has evolved into a business, how long will we we persist in the practice of signing and terminating contracts, especially when we have invested in players whose value can subsequently be traded to generate revenue for the club. I would like to know who is responsible for the current trend of hiring and firing within Kumasi Asante Kotoko. My heart bleeds profusely when I continue to hear players being signed for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and after a poor first season, we allow such players to go for free. They may not meet our Kotoko standard, but may be perfect for other teams' requirements. So the players should either be given out on loan or sold. Thomas Ajakon, Santa Maria, Unawdiwe, and so Breyen. Yeba, Ninano, Yeba Didi Hon and Komo, Alaji Mama Salia, Edway Ebai, the Venerable Sir Joe. Okay, with you and your lieutenant on set, I know you're doing well. Sir Hamza Obin and Abdullah Ghazali are young budding coaches, coaching talents. At their ages, they've contributed so much to football in Ghana, okay, and have also achieved appreciably. Ghazali qualified Holy Style to the Premiership and sustained them in there. Hamza also have some titles under his sleeves. But sir, these coaches seem so much obsessed with being assistant coaches, as Hamza is with Asante Kotoko and again as an assistant to Karim Zito. And word is going round that Ghazali might join Didi Dramani at Accra Hatufuk. What exactly do they fancy or like about being assistants? Don't they like to be bosses? Okay, into the Alaji Mama Eddie Ebano. What exactly do they fancy about being assistant coaches? Don't they like to be bosses? What exactly is their motivation? I know there might be their likes elsewhere. Alaji Mama Salia, if you're on Chibanda line, and Atuwe, and so a day and money. The amount of money you reported to be the cost of feeding Otumfo incurs on weekly basis on Kumasi Asante Kotoko is scary. 20,000 a week. So how many people are you talking about here? Is the food bought from restaurants, and which restaurant are we talking about? There are professional cooks for the club. Does this figure make the cost on feeding during the All African Games credible? Honorable Yusuf Mustafa on my mind. Here and now. Alaji Nasandi we are brave. Or says 20,000 now. A wabontin as Kotoko Omoduane for a week, you know. On Tiasie. So Sadia and All African Games, Sika DFD athlete no, and so you're correct. Because kwaya nipa saying a video a week and it cost 200 million. Or say it's on the high side. Into on Tiasie.
Alaji Mama Salia owning $50 million. Alaji Mama owning $50 million. Sata na ba ku bia 150 billion. Sa mako say 15 na ye kan na ye defeat Ghana for nyina. Enru 1 month to NSC used to $15 million. Yeah. And you video Africa Games one house say.
Yes. Alaji, so who feeding what feeding here? And 3 times a day for over 40 people a week. And I went to a for power. What do you do? A baby said 10 cedi over 40 people 3 times daily. A special cooks. And they said, a special food. Into calculation, what do you say it's on the high side? I don't know.
Well,
but
opinion,
I don't know.
$15 million.
Okay. Please, could your crew help my understanding? Does the IMC's decision to offload these players make much economic prudence? Number 2, how sustainable is the current managerial style at Kumasi Asante Kotoko? Style, no, or say over-reliance on Otumfuo for funding, recruiting players in bulk without proper and due diligence, allowing players to leave for free instead of selling them, poor man management, okay, with some players being let to go for disciplinary issues that could have been resolved with better management. Expecting Kumasi Asante Kotoko and Hearts of Oak to always win the league is unrealistic, and that makes much sense here. However, if the GFA and the football fraternity want the best for the game, they will force these 2 clubs to do well, because the success of Ghana football depends on them. Their successes have magnetizing effects on all the other clubs and the nation at large. I'm often befuddled when other clubs gang up against these 2, especially people who have had a stint with the duo before. Zulan Caesar and Enso Ekukruwe Ede Atum Abreyen. Okay, Intina and also no. Please, where is Franco Naro? Naro Okodia Bruchi. Be na busumi be mienu nyankopon adom make say oba bedru nkrai nti naro aba nkrai waba why nti hopefully next week yensa be kan naro ewo. Okay, Didi has confided in me. He has signed the Hearts of Oak contract. I spoke with him last night. I'm in Accra. I'll be in Kumasi later today. Okay, now the Obidia Bremen no. Said Didi Dramani, I can't say no. I confided in him. Said was signed for Hearts of Oak. And I'm in Modin. Na Nadamfo.
Didi Adamfo no Kruman send you a message.
Naro.
I never signed. Says around good academy. Goes around.
He also has confided in me. Not just okay. Naro. Naro only did in the name.
And I'm going to say, apart from one, I did Adam for some Kruman or sign Naro Adam.
Okay. You have any job. The second batch in the so quickly. Now, answering in the abomene loaded papa in some kit. All right. He and yeah, course is here answering about the 12 hour Mohammed. Yeah, call him Fasisia. Na yaba beto so de amama ni jwa kakra Kessben television Kessben 3.3 Kessben 2.9 Accra DSTV channel 364 Go TV channel 121 Etienne kan live we call Kojak Farmer na mako din komo kakra yaba na de aka nyina no enso aba beto yenso Kojak momfa mo ho emo Kojak Farmer na wonu hu da se oto bibia opibia no every Kojak awon akwaba
Sergio yeja
say ya de bibia iboko
pacho me ho ye
pacho me ho ye fa ho papa
Sergio
mayinti we na different Kojak bre
me da Sergio Kojak Farmer no pay me ba ya na wo nsem da wo e ma Ghana manfo nyina efritete e na mesa be kai mo tete won ye be kai a ye Kojak Farmer e di pro code e buy na sɛ de tie nra no aba na nim a ensesan be sine empo ye beka se mre dane a mre ekɔ no fi se time changes mre sesa or ye no ma ye ne ye fi se scientific research every day de bia oyebi Kojak Farmer na ye Pro Code. Ope Pro Code a ye Kojak Farmer. Original Pro Code no a ye mauve color and a light blue. Obi di fufuro bia ma wa pepa cho menye a ye Kojak Farmer san wadwuma any Pro Code no. E dia na ye se bia wanya allergy. Allergy ni se ohun pe bibi na akom wahu akom mu. E bia ye spray bi. E bia ye futukwan bi na wonam so. E bia chemicals bi na wahome. Enti ama wo bowa ohuni mu asisi ama wo ho ye obasabasabasa eno ne asinum Pro Code no anase bia wanya common cold anase kata ana wanya flu a eno ne asinum Pro Code no se wunya allergy no wunya cold wunya kata wunya common cold a nyina symptoms no ya ye pe de di kan no ohuni mu besisi obi wo ho no akakra bi no opia ne huni kom sam obi so bo wan ketenkete obi mu ne mfe obi bo obi ho ye productive ebi ye unproductive ye kan productive a obi ho no bo wa amaman ba obi so bo wa amaman no entimi ma no ne ha adwene titru sa amaman wo waharawa no mu nanso entimi ma o te nkasa amaman wo mu obi wa ne de ne ba utimu se amaman no ye dindindindindin kire se ne ba no eden e ba ne sa na bekwa kosisi ntokro no a wo home no waharawa no mu a e wo se mframa fm no obi ho nya cold wa ne minimum nso eye kuro enti eba ne se ya uhia painkiller uhia antihistamine ena uhia expectorant Pro Code no de eye no eye painkiller edwojo yawa no nti se unya cold unya kata flu no a uti eye ya ho na tutuwo no e ma ne kofom afesu ye baka say antipyretic reduce temperature ho ye hia e ma ho hye no ekofom eno na Pro Code etumi ye afi expectorant no e ya de eboa ma obowa amaman kugiragina wahrawa no mu a e wo se free mu ba ono mu etumi bua ma amaman ne ba nti yesi expectorant antihistamine no e ya de eboa immune system no se de be ya de no ho mpe no nipadua no empe no immune system no etumi bua no antihistamine no eboa immune system no bi ho no ma immune system no mpe bibi nti u fa antihistamine na aboa adwojo saa de no a sori woni padua no mu a eni spray na akọ mu no mfuturo na akọ mu no edi asie ema wunya ohawo no eni ti Kojak Farmer Pro Code no edasronko a na ade edi kan a eye no no ebio no nso ye de bibi efa no micronized powder na aye micronized powder no eno de 3 minutes wonu wo se sha se ye adwuma painkiller bi wo ha wono mu a echepa eche utiya uye bia wo program bia wo se okoye wo se reduce pain kakra nsa na akoye program no afi wuti ho saa na pain no eda so ho saa ya panti Kojak Pro Code no micronized powder ne boarding na so de tie bia na de aye ho donti enti ana wakai no ato Kojak Pro Code no anom na reduce pain entem so kra na treat cold kata ne flu no amountem ama ho ato afei minko oral care yenum apomden yenum bambo no ensem ehwe de di kan no Kojak fluoride regular toothpaste Kojak regular fluoride toothpaste Kojak regular fluoride toothpaste esin tokron ketenkete yesisisi won tokron ketenkete no mpacho wutie me na wakọ dentist wo obi ohwesen ho na wo se no ntokro abaso a use Kojak regular fluoride toothpaste ni chuose ebesisi ntokron ketenkete no ntokron ketenkete na eda na ba yeseso ansa na mekire mu no ntokron ketenkete ba wo seso na amane ya akese a ye bacteria ya de mo watimi wuram na akodidi wo se no ni hini no na o mama wo kaka ombetimi akodidi mi strains of bacteria different omo ha adwen pa ebi wo kora wotimi kwa komogya mu no akoso blood infection afei yesi o wanya sepsis wa so make say na bia de kan kaka na ye wo unu se kaka na ye wo afei yensom na afei wo de san obi se obi na aye wo obi na ekun nanso osen no a wani ni na akofa yade e de abrɛ yesi a yenhwɛ ni yie no etimi kofa yade akɛse eba obusa dentist bia na we na wo mene wo ka ho asɛm no obɛkyerɛ mu akyerɛ wo pa nti ya hwɛ osen no eye ebi no nso Kojak regular fluoride toothpaste no eduro wo mu ema sen ne yeden e na afei nipa bia good and bad bacteria wo yenum on produce gas produce acid bia ye corrosive eseyade enti acid ne bi gu sen no so a na ewe sen ne ma ntokro ne ba na acid ne free hen efiri bacteria no produce acid no bacteria no on produce acid gas no e no produce e ma nkamba wonum enti Kojak regular fluoride toothpaste no neutralize gas ne acid no enti no pampan afei no ntokro na aboa na dro mo besisi ntokro abasen no so dada no afei Kojak charcoal toothpaste e ye bidie efisen pa esia asene me pa o chew e bia ye green e bia ye yellow obi wo honom ata bo obi nso wo honom a coffee timi sene esen afei antibiotics bi etimi esene esen edro bi te se iron syrup unum ebi wo ha unum ya na wo se no asate ye black be pa chew fa Kojak charcoal toothpaste ni twu sen ebe fi aye fita kama activated charcoal enewom eno ne active ingredient no activated charcoal enewom eye bidie kan aye nananom bro body to de to so e ma ye senior fita na eno an ye sen ne ewiase ne akono fast and furious enti ebia woni bra oboko akope body tire no aba betwa na afa odi aye na body kra body nti body tire nka akofa ne hene nti na Kojak se edu amanfon so aye ka ya anom se nnemre mu no eno ma esene sen aye nya bibi pamfa ntwie no odi bidie ne san abrɛ yɛn na odi aye paste edi aba nti wodi twu se a ɛyɛ fita te sɛ yɛ nananom wɔnom ɛyɛ ma yɛ no afei num ka bia nso ebe free hɔ no principle no ne sɛ bidie eyi pampa bɔne empaboam na ade beto a yi pampa bɔne fridge pampa bamfa bi tum ebe yi pampa bɔne atum woduane enyinya aduane enyinya normally ɛyɛ bacteria na aba aduane no mu a omo ma aduane ne enyinya enti wo bonsa wo hwɛ ani a omo produce gas wo bonsa hura ba ani gas na make no eno no omba sen no ho a na hura ba ani na afei wo mo esen ma ade ne bon nti wo bonsa nkwan no kra no na akeka aya acidic kakra eno ne yeka so produce gas ne acid no wo de bidie ne tuma wo bonsa bacteria ne nyina o ma brase na afei wa hiti waduane utimi di ma ne yeye wa hiti di ebe hawo na wa hiti ne kama utimi di principle no nti yesi bidie no se wo de hwehwe se a ma bacteria no mo wonu mo ko so mo de gas ne acid ba ma sen no eseye e ko so ntokro ne pampa no ne nyina akotodin ebo apa nti bidie eboa esen na ye no nti ne de aye paste e de ama no Kojak regular fluoride toothpaste maka ho asem Kojak charcoal bidie de maka ho asem na memra Kojak P ni Kojak F sensitive toothpaste wo se femfem pam wo se femfem wo se no se ya oba mu a se de o si ti no eye femfem o kire se sen na pira ana se sen wo hawa ba ho eye enamel fita no a wo hu ne friend enamel wo se femfem we ebia wanya minor accident o ka bibi dompe obi se mewi ahwede mani ba me ho so no na me se femfem didi a me se femfem ebia wa hunu hwe obi wo ho so a odi acidic fruit enuane bi wo ho a eye acid boba ye krom bolegatanga ye wo ade bi wo ho no mo a ye de eye nkwan haban no ekeka pa haban no ekeka pa kire se acid wom kakra enti ebi aduane wan so ne so na wudi a afei no etima osene keka ewo se ya hoden aduane ahoden wom pa nanso esen ne de wosuro acid ade bia acid wom bia emwa no kra afei so ebi anu vinegar yesi vinegar eye pa ebi wo hono ase na yese de aye fin no obi num apple cider vinegar ono no mo a eye nanso eye acid eno so betimi akorodu sen no anka ne nuam no ankade bi etisa anka bia no emre yi a ene citric acid no do so pa ya acidic acid wom etimi ha sen no eyi sen no ho eno ne yefra ne demineralization sen no ho ay exposed ho ada ho enti sen no ho ay demineralize ba na sa wote yawo enti de kan no obehia Kojak P sensitive toothpaste ene ma wash who the paste ni twu sen be 3 minutes and 5 minutes fa ma wash ni gina wonum 3 and 5 minutes ye ne sa be 3 weeks and 1 month yawo no nti bi obetime didi ne mre hwetaw aduane bi a wope bi a wonte yawo na eno nkyere se sen no ho ada ho no esen no ho awewe no yenya eja ye class 1 class 2 ne soil erosion esen no ho wewe a eje se soil erosion no eno ye friend demineralization so ye refilling eno ye friend remineralization into be fa Kojak F sensitive toothpaste ene ma wash no wo de betwetwe wo sen na remineralize sen no na de afri ho nyina no asa kra kama enti kojak P ni kojak F no dwuma edie no ai remineralize sen no e ma sen nya na ho de kojak range of toothbrushes so ya na watobi ye ompanifo de ye wonkwada de to bi twetwe wo sen na afi wo kojak kit toothpaste enkwada de no ye twetwe wo mo sen flavor no ye kama ye de dragu mebo akwada se ho ban ya ya mankwada 2 to 12 years e economical epu ahuro free brushes ye ho product ni nyina mabobodin no paste ni nyina no if you kama tie ticket webi na che ede amount nkran yo cash draggling ubenya bi etu epacho Kumasi Central Market ba bi ehwe Roman Hill no ubenya bi pharmacy shops brushes ni paste ni bi wo ho chinie one corner edom supermarket ubenya bi ato yem 0531 069945 0531 069945 0531 069945 e to free and your way 0531 069945 and 0531 070020 0531 070020
okay yabeda onso ase ye papa numbers no mesremo Kojak Farmer products ahodo no na yate omo enka no momodia na mo ne omo eni enkomo na Kojak product no ba bia wo bia mesrew memfa ndi agrokra na oto emu bia nya dia obinu ho eda eni Kojak eni edwa na onso wanya ahoto na aboa oye papa ye beto aso Abraham Muhammad betranse na quickly odi eye nyiano kakra ade abrayen afa eye ensem a mabusebusa no ho ansana and came enso de ndie no ato aso amayen Kessben television Kessben 93.3 Kessben 92.9 mo the second batch of questions so abrayen ni nyina no e momodin na yi ni nyina no e de amamo. All right maminko Dr. Amuzu ho na memfa nkrato kakra bi ye ba Abraham Muhammad betranse
Ba Amuzu Herbal Clinic. Na megita means Amuzu P Herbal Mixture. Eye drive the faji atuma ebua honam yaw. So be said doctor meti yaw me bema no mu. E don so a meti yaw na se don so a me bre ana se me bema no mu ye me pepe. De ehia ya Amuzu P Herbal Mixture. Doc many me reach yen ho sanemi ana yaw pa na mete. Se we na wo ti se bema de dura mekanfo ama wo no. Ya Amuzu P Herbal Mixture. Obi said dog me hu se me jonso a ana jonso ne nyefe ana pam no wo shepa edi jonso na echi dog me jonso ase na bia kam mo sa se ma yase me ya be ma wo sa haw no me kanfo Amuzu P mu nya beko di oti yaw oni ntohwe no mo di ani ntohwe na ho no sankofo nyina no me kanfo Amuzu P ma nwate. Obi said dog me jonso ana emo apai we nam sen obi said dog me jonso ani nsuo kwadotro efremu ba ena obi said doctor me koja na so se me chemu a obo sa ka frɛ na nsuo man efreba no ba de ahia ya Amuzu P Herbal Mixture oba so a otie mi a obu ni se wi a echire no pampan ko na eka ko na eba me kanfo Amuzu P ma wate oba so ode po how white how nsuo basa egu wase de pe yie pampa ya no wo shepa wase oba jonso oti yawe wadro ya Amuzu P Herbal Mixture obebu enkeka ye na che mamno kasika fiu na himfie bia na abie ni kuru na no ekọ ho a pampa ya ohu no nya panketwa amasabi ni confidence no kwa na ekọ form obebi otiemia otimi bu ni nsa in bleeding obosa within 2 months no bu ni nsa mprenu onya keka ya na ya osa pa Amuzu P nu masa nyina ejai wako twa scan ye so wo PID unu kunu hia ni nsuo nyina se na asa na chi aba enam keka na akogina upiodi no munti onya Amuzu P nu mu a sa haw ni nyina be komo ho ato say nroi ukọ pharmacy ukọ drugstore herbal shop obenya bi etu no anya bi ato wo Kumasi akodani herbal Missy herbal apidank omo mbrom sa nso na icof ni Colinak omo Ashtown Accra ukọ kanshi dragley ubisa na nabuachi Kingswalk Tinates Repash and Hallows ebi etu nro makon anase dudu pirano ukọ no so pa Amuzu P a obenya bi ato se o pese no semise bi a peti bi so fa na manefre for further and better direction Amuzu P Herbal Mixture Maudi Hiochalo, with a hefwas.
Toa Mosu Awa Mohammed. Mamra ho na fi yenhwe de wabobwa no de ebre.
Sergio Bibisa Freddy Kasari, the entire performance on a scale of 10. Sergio me rating 6/10 based on the performance of Bedane D of Free Accra Lions eba Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Sergio Bernard Dombote any Charles Taylor. Sergio Bernard Dombote the Otimiko Europe. He had a stint ewo Hapwell Bnei Saknen ewo Sweden and Apple Boy Saknen in Israel. A honor then time of Ocon, my friend Fernando Torres. That Israel time, no. And of course, Osaka Sweden kakra. But Enokradi not said you the twilight of Nicaria. No, yeah, Ajay board Boanesa. IF Angie in Sweden. One of the division sites, 5th division, before so Jai Bobo. But the Joe, same mainstream Europe dear, Yenhu Benadombo Tiwoho. Charles Taylor dear said you before say Obakotokono. Not there was a deal coming on board from Sweden. But Charles Taylor and Timiam make that deal now count and obey joining Kumasi Asante Kotoko. But bro free across to folk that time no. Say Joe Obinsu Bisai say these clubs, Africa Sports, Santos, Mount Cameroon, Liberty Professionals and Ash Gold. Say Joe Africa Sports say omo League 2, Okoko Diva omo second tier no. Omo Premier League ni edin the League 1. So, say Africa Sports, Obeka se first division to second tier. Ehonomna say Africa Sports. Santos FC from South Africa, one of the teams are also Ebema Kotoko, a very good run for their money during the CAF Cup Winners' Cup in 2002. Esiashia has to folk, Omona Benadumboti, Eshe long range BAT Amon Sejo, Omonsu Sejo, Omo third tier of South African football. Second division. Omoni first division po. Let alone talk about the PSL, the top tier league in South Africa. So Santos FC of South Africa are also languishing in the third tier of South African football, second division. The same also applies to Mount Cameroon, 2003, Omobaha, then player Valentine Atem, Omar Kotoko, Enwochishi Omopa during that day in 2003. Sejo Monso, it was second division in the Cameroonian league, the third tier of Omo league. No? So Omo ni Omo first division, the elite one. No? Let alone talk about the main premier division that Cameroon is playing Omo league. No, and say you baby Mount Cameroon. So no. Liberty Professionals there, Omo relegation. So the team was bought and was taken to Hohoi. And no say Ababe Tene Dina Kwakwe Hohoi United. So team na e liberty ni Seju enu na sisi akoye Hoho United. Seju for Ash Gold there say yan nim say ade e kobae nsensema e kobae omo ne internalize ye dimoti omo by indication ba say omo to be kwai youth club na omo de akọ oboase na akoye Ash Gold enu no information a ene nama sisi e wo say omo to no mo de akọ represent e wo boase no more bo in the first division no more has some team anya qualification aba back to Premier League. Sergio Obinsu Bisai say CAF competitions no ebe sha say August. For CAF in the last 2-3 years ni na ya na August na ye share competition I say August September no more bo preliminary stages na we. So in October by then time no more ye group stages na from that time no more share say abo group stages na kopim say ye be bo competition no ebe we. Sergio Obinsu Bisai say Ali Eluzu in their second game, no? Do we see them going out of the group? Sergio, extremely difficult, very very difficult. After drawing against Inter Miami in the first game, now Ebinumu Hune say per the level of the clubs now more that group A, no? Inter Miami, Ali, Palmeiras, and then Porto. Ode Porto and Palmeiras a comparison with Inter Miami. Do na feel say Inter Miami and a more holding ewo fem. I sesenka Ali etimi twi form so. Then think about the rest of the two teams, you know, said you betimi settle almost scores with them. But they drew against Inter Miami and Enra against Palmeiras, they lost again. Now they are coming to face FC Porto in the last game. Porto so eba like a wounded lion because almost draw almost first game against Palmeiras. And Enra almost lose against Inter Miami. So honestly, I don't see Ali qualify. Okay. Very difficult for them. I don't see them qualifying into the next stage of the competition. So Joe Binsu besides say a no cre say win the game our club World Cup now. FIFA the $2 million be mawana. Say Joe no cre.
Okay.
Yes.
Who win the game be $2 million?
Yes. Wow. Sundowns a winning game against Ulsan HD no. Omonya $2 million.
$2 million. Okay.
Odra obenya $1 million.
Okay.
Udra obenya $1 million. And so Joe Masa even throw the subsequent stages, you know. Udru round 16 obenya $7.5 million.
Okay.
Udru quarter final obenya $13.125 million. And of course Udru semi final and also obenya $21 million. Oya runner up, that's losing finals, you know, obenya $30 million.
Wow.
Then winner gets $40 million. So Sergio, kick all those figures above my back to me in the region of around $125 million. Ntia no na mekai sa sika ye di kai ba ya bebo nsem kra e wa ha ya bohu dewuru ena ye kase ahanom na esese ye club administrators no adwene hu ehihye ye league ni yi said ye be ya ye clubs no betimi up make a lot of mark in Africa. No mun say nya opportunity about competitions like this. Imagine say oh nya Ghanaian club now no kobo na be a Ghanaian community or more e honomo e kwatwa abom say mo ko support Ghanaian club na. Say you will be huge for our clubs now mo Asia kind nti e honomo na say ye dadwene esese ko. Yen hihye yen football ni ye ni yenye ye club football ni ye yen domestic football no. Ni masika yentimi maintain place yenya correct place yenya good coaches niema impact no enye well felt in Africa.
Okay.
Na yesu yenya the opportunity. So say your way a plan. A plan is saying in clubs and the football administration. So imagine let's see say bia FIFA Club World Cup you bet twaso 29 you be who be before the 2034 World Cup bia 2033 you be who be every 4 year bia. So picture the subsequent competition say in about 4 or 5 of the tournaments do we see Ghanaian club participating. This is at the SSA General. Then we plan towards that. Any a planning saying you bet me a league no am I in clubs na perform na yetimi reach that stage no e honom na SSA ye General economy. So you be beside say Messi ashi Argentina Jesse abo match be against Ghana da say you been see that.
Okay.
Messi the African countries only on mo pa dodo na in Nigeria owing to okay even the under 20 World Cup on your boy the Beijing 2008 Olympic Games obeka 2010 World Cup obeka 2014 World Cup 2018 World Cup so omona obeka se consistently we share omo pa say you obi so beside say current generation of black stars ye who omo with among the clubs I participate in FIFA Club World Cup no. Say you chere bibi because competition a boy say you between the early years of 2000s now say you will see our players featuring prominently. Okay. You could have imagined say be a Chelsea but na AC wom. Ebia na Juve but na Steven Appiah wom. Ebia na Olympic Lyonnais but na Michael Essien wom. And all the other players almost are born more within those years, you know. But I said, yo, check it, the impact in it, how we fell short in the junior teams tournament, you know. Because yentimi more home modern, entimi my players, entimi kopushi, entimi rise you through to those big clubs. Acquire some more konenam, say academy and omonenam, not Jelan B, afe no aba. So even share the current crop of Black Stars players. It was saying about top teams unlike those years now you will be no. Apart from Thomas Partey, our Becca say about Arsenal. A great A club. At a point now Kudus was at Ajax Amsterdam. But later no crowd be joining West Ham. So you need the current generation among. Many can say only 3 Ghanaians pay. and ebo the Club World Cup.
I see.
And no more clubs ebo bi. Ya yeboa ono kra de wasi akan e de amba Black Stars da. Samuel Obin no Spain and oko Portugal and a work e ko fan e by.
Okay.
Oka Ibrahim Tanko team na ko Egypt 2019 under 23 tournament no. Samuel Obin no. And of course, Obeka Edmond Bedu of Red Bull Salzburg. Ono kra de a very young guy and a Red Bull Salzburg be taking from Ghana I didn't call 2 years ago. No, so mu junior side mu and I feel no mama promotion. The season abana we why a very prominent guy within the squad. And so you who heard these guys are yet too much of guys are more feature prominently within the Black Star setup. Okay. But a tournament guys some years back can you see Ghanaian players featuring very, very prominently within the team. So you actually say you need the current crop of generation of Black Stars, you know, within the Club World Cup. No? So you Club World Cup criteria no. Most still among four. I was having a conversation with Mio Fasimi Nubina, Omudi Wachin, say, Montia says away, may try some metro, must still no money around so what I say. Said you, ye decline Kai say, tournament air boy, 32 clubs. 32 clubs, no. FIFA edit 32 slot no HA host Eddie Kai Fabakuna host no any Inter Miami. Omo for US. Ena yedi 4 slots edi ama Africa. Ena yedi 4 slots edi ama Asia.
Okay.
Ena yedi 1 slot edi ama Oceania, baby a New Zealand no mo ewo. Ena yedi 6 slots edi ma South America, Brazil no mo ni Argentina no. Ena the rest of the slot no yedi ma the CONCACAF, baby a America no mo ni Mexico ewo no. So the woman say FIFA dia tudwa se number 1 se club bi betimi an qualifier SSA between 2021 2022 2023 2024 these 4 years no SSA we are champion ewo continental club football top tier se Champions League ewo continent no between those years SSA we are champion se we are champion ewo 2021 we are champion 2022 we are champion 23 and 24 what a Teresa wa qualify automatically so you nchinwa sure banyina dodo na Europe dey no because omo slot na dey edoson that's the reason why a lot of people don't understand so where Brazil say omo 4 clubs ewo omo Botafogo omo Flamengo omo Fluminense ena omo sa ewo Palmeiras. So these 4 clubs Munina are a champion within those years. So the rest of the 2 slots no ye the chema omo coefficient of performance ewo omo club competition Copa Libertadores no eno na River Plate any Boca Juniors afa. So over Europa 4 years no Madrid ajimu mienu waji 22 ena waji 24 ena Man City ene Arsenal aji 21 ni 23. So, essence say Madrid ajimu mienu. The rest of the 8 slots na ebeche no. Madrid ajimu mienu nti ababe ye 9 ebabe count. So ye share coefficient no. Coefficient no se monye champion a country cannot present more than 2 clubs. Italy so more 2 clubs eju. Juve Bobby, Inter Bobby. Among for beside this the reason why Liverpool and count. Yes, that's why Liverpool have played final of the 2022 UEFA Champions League final. Because Chelsea and Man City have taken the slot. No more team count. Come to me a champion Seju come back count.
Okay.
So see the 2 slot no Emma o country the next one say when your club wa born you Europe cry em farmer no. You be cut to the next country near kwa check it. So that's the reason why Red Bull Salzburg munina account Porto Benfica are all part of the competition. So this is the criteria for the qualifiers of the FIFA Club World Cup that kosono. So you obi bisa say number of red cards that can be shown in a game. So you a trafo na say game near pon. A trafo I have 5 red cards. Not just obenya 6 players. As I say, pon. Na game no ni like ni only no wafa. There's one game be Mekai that was 2010 AFCON. This was between Algeria and Egypt. Egypt sharing final no.
Yeah.
So yo, this match you red cards pa. Kofi Koja was the man in the middle that day when Egypt defeated Algeria by 4-0. I think around 4 red cards and or share Edema the Algerians, you know. So Egypt won the game 4-0 and went on to beat Ghana in the final game. So Zejo in the football game, a track 4 red cards not just say a forfeit game no. Zejo Binsu Bisa Samuel Unkum. The first AFCON was 2010. Ewo Angola near Yekoluzu against Egypt. The late Christian Achu went to 2013. It was South Africa. Near Yekoluzu against Burkina Faso. And of course, Barbara Mandiano was 2015 in Equatorial Guinea. So Joe, Obinsu Bisa say FIFA Club World Cup na ekosui. Obatia Mamelodi Sundowns be chance na referee Clement Tepin se montwen weda no emu nhedanye. Eno the game between Palmeiras and Al Ali. Referee Anthony Taylor at a point have to suspend the game. Na wama players ne real dressing room no. So you ebenya implication for FIFA I think they're going to the next year World Cup. Because around this time ya na ebebo. So as I said FIFA ehun said omo betimi ahihye omo fixtures ni ye and how they are going to plan towards that because these are eventualities bia like yan sheden who say beba yebo game na obeti say enias like enias sisa nti say referee wiemu asesa nti say referee either say obe abandon game na say obe suspend and say obe delay game ni yamma be 30 40 45 minutes kakra and sana players na say be warm up na omoto game so say you it was very and implications na e FIFA no e was soro pa e was soro e FIFA Club World Cup na e cause say you I think virtually I'm done. Okay. But so bit more a few minutes. So you been so bisa from on with regards to $500,000 say ubetimi I make a significant impact on. Say you can even win the competition.
Sir.
Yes.
Possible?
Yes, possible. Especially for Kotoko. Utimiya strategic signings.
Especially for the Confederation Cup.
Signings been out the signings been out cover bro strategy.
Say there are some positions loopholes say Oshishim kakra. Now at least you betimi guarantee you some goals. So you Kotoko Africa won't make impact in those group stages ni nyina o de kai 2008 de no. Na Kotoko was setting Bekuya at least within some level of games who guarantees obema goals be. Kotoko ended up not qualifying to the next stage. But said you Bekuya the goal king, the top scorer of that year. El CAF Confederations Cup. With JS Kabili no money Al Marek mo any at all decide. Kotoko ntimi am free group stage no but said you ball competition we no. Still na Bekuya was the top scorer. Sonny Yakuba mo time no. Now there were multiple guys who can guarantee you goals. Abdul Fattah Shafiu, Maxwell Bakomo, and said, these guys did a very good job en route to the group stage. It was just the game against Al Hilal. No, Anakotoko here win and went to me anya. Emakotoko entimi ampim anko monim. And said, with Karim Zito, at least when you experience on the continent, winning AFCON under 20 with Ghana, Mauritania in 2021. Becoming one of the coaches to take our clubs for far since 2004. Ni and fast, Dreams FC, nobody gave them that dog chance. And said, in as much as Obibeka se prelims, no come on Timia and share too much of clubs are more strong our continent. FC Calon and also Obekai the Guinean side of Musha. But said they made it into a group and now Rivers United were na club African were. And said per the list of the teams we into the group no. Yeah, the list no to why nyam pass ball na obi bisa say why na be qualify free group Obeka say Rivers United and Club African.
Okay.
But Dreams FC managed to top the group and defeated Stade Malien before losing against Zamalek in the semi-final. So it's possible.
It's possible.
Very possible. And especially ubenya na remuna ubenya supporters ebe mau mileage no mo bus stadium o mo be patronize games na. So Kotoko netimi bo game na obetimi anya sika $100,000 just one game. And then say we grow with Africa project no.
11:40 ɛnɛ ɛyɛ efiada questions and answers no ɛna yɛde ɛbrɛ mu no awa Mohammed ka bitumi ama me few minutes ɛsɛ ewura don kukɔpem no mmienu starlets ɛho nsɛnsɛm 93 ne 95 ɛsɛ nka wobɔ yɛ nkɔmmɔ kakra ba bɛtumi ne ama kakra bɛtumi ama wabɔ emu kakra nsana na yɛde saa deɛ wode ama yɛ no awura ɛyɛ 1 to 2 hɔ na ɛhɔ no videos ne adeɛ no yɛde akɔ kyerɛkyerɛ ɛnɛ hwan ne no bɛdi nkɔmmɔ between 1 and 2 no ɛna afei ɛsɛ gyae ma mo ntɛm na afei mo so mbɛm na mbɛkyerɛkyerɛ mo adwen ɛfa ɛyɛ starlets no ɛho 93 95 and a few questions and any answers na de amanina na kan nyina bom na modem adwenkyerɛ enso abrayen midfield action Kessben television Salom ya bless was to take center stage in the Kumasi Asante Kotoko Golden Kicks MTN FA Cup final, but he gave way for another referee to do so. Was there a reason for that? Kofi ena ebusa sa asem way bounce at the free East Legon Kofi Toronto Canada. Joe, kindly ask your pundit for me about the ongoing FIFA Club World Cup. Number 1, the best game so far. Number 2, the best player so far. And number 3, have they discovered any player so far? Bouncer, the ultimate scaffold. Achimota, new overhead. Also, 20,000 Ghana cedis means no player eats more than 70 Ghana cedis a day. So it's normal. Okay, bouncer. There also the Abreye and why your calculations. Every Thomas, anyway, every G-Tech Accra and a buy. So is it true that it's true that Islamic University is located at Ajirigano, but Siashi is far from Ajirigano. So please, don't you think the involvement of Herbert Mensah to the management will bring back some Asante Kotoko supporters? Tommy ena ebusa sa asem way ntino eduru ha yebeye eno so ho adwuma ede mamo sledge anyway aba sledge madin kan bodin nti de ka ho no mitimi kan me refi okay eti mitimi kan sa story no na minko eye Dr. Dawood Asuyeye na ebeka ko fankra to kakra bi aba yeba na yede akari nyina enso aba be kam ho. All right, ye ko aba sisia na yede akana ba jo is Kumasi is Kumasi Asante Kotoko a buy and sack team now ana. They are causing financial loss to Asante Kotoko and Mansia. If the money were to come from the pockets of the management members, would they have done what they are doing now? I said, what have they done? My measure di okay, bakope, and me call udine ohono esheho. All right, inti young comra na ye metwa eno so obi di fufuro bi ba okay didi de no mame nya no so mfiri ho na young comra didi say on Kickoff Sports today. Kwame Miki indicated that Kumasi Asante Kotoko's monthly wage bill has risen to 521,000. Additionally, he said that the IMC has presented 2 months, July and August budget of 600 million to Otumfuo. But this narration has further cushioned my suggestion to the IMC to look for lucrative sponsors. So that the burden on Otumfuo can be lessened. How do we expect one man to be coughing out such huge sums? Okay, monthly. At the moment, apart from gate proceeds, I can say Kumasi Asante Kotoko isn't generating any visible money itself. For instance, how is Asante Kotoko going to earn from the 8 players leaving? DD, Akumadan Senior High School. Dr. Dawood Nafi Mimra and D. Kem and so on.
I'm not for your friend, Dr. Dawood. Me na me da Dawood Heba Hospital ano. Na enna meso enna ne Dawood ointment. Dawood 360 capsules wodwa manso a enne obi adi hu adanse. Na du wei edutwem Dawood ointment. Dawood ointment o se fatwi na ebeko. Ofa Dawood 360 capsules o se sisi na ade wom. Na dro mienu wei e adwuma bom. Obi a osisi ye oyapa. De obeye ne se, o de Dawood ointment no etwitwe osisi na anopa ene anwumre a nansa bia no na wode bia bɔ asawa wobetimi de atua wodware wie a Dawood ointment wode te ne fa sra ta bre kro na no na wonom Dawood 360 capsules no anopa ene anwumre na danse na ba amane wode enko na enko ti adanse ni bi
Dawood ointment edrowe me straighten and welding the toda me po djuma na me honam nyina me hu bibi enye ba sa minya sa Dawood ointment we na mbitwitwi a na anopa so minya Dawood 360 na me no a ese kware me ye adwuma kra se kane no te drowe de edima se mama no be di so asema mama
electrician na ye adwuma ekofia yentimi na Dawood ointment so ye adwuma na obra okodru fia fa twitwi ade be che no na wo hwa ye den Dawood ointment fa twi keke na ebeko
lua me use mama hoden pa ma metimi bo adwuma bibia e kama e mama ye Dawood 360 capsules and a Dawood ointment o memre we no na do we no so twitwi wa aposo e be ma ya oni nyina afiri o ma de che otumi be bo adwuma Dawood ointment fa twi na ebeko
da bia amafo company de wo ka mu sa spreader mi secret na nu ani e bugdo na ani Dawood ointment ene papa mi sori anopa mi di twitwi mi sisi achi mi babia he mi ntebre secret ni nie ti so be so te sam ya we use Dawood ointment that's the secret of my taxi driving
me a transmission gearbox specialist ejuma mi ye en kan na mi pega ade a na me nsakura antimi pega na ase me ma ade so na lock mi sisi ti say fi se mi share Dawood 360 capsules and Dawood ointment no abo me bebre the dry na so amente ya mente bla bia obia mo modern so betimi apɛ Dawood ointment and Dawood 360 capsules enya bi ato
odofo se wate bi aduro ya me ka ho asɛm no eno ho adanse ene wonom adi no ko pharmacy e ben wo herbal shop e ben wo ne koto Dawood ointment Dawood 360 capsules na se de enkrofo di ho adanse no wo so be di ho adanse wo pese wo frɛ ya eno na wo screen ase no 0244 88 64 37 na 020 168 1717 baby a yeton aduro wo man Ghana mu bia no o de wura house o pe Dawood ointment and Dawood 360 capsules.
Okay, yes, some amunyina kwa babium edi about midfield action Friday edition questions and answers. Bebrebe ena aba questions no aba enya sam kitu akra wa Mohammed. Aye di obetimi bia answer a lot of these questions. Enti edrum re say me call Andy Kem so eho na me hwe don so edi ebre. Andy, dosun papa.
Any problem.
Any problem. Yen chassis. O chassis free him.
Me start obi say you know to say Man United first 5 matches on Benya boy.
Awa Muhammad has answered my question to my satisfaction. I would like to know if Awa has any book before him in which he writes down the answers to the numerous questions that come to you. Samuel Mensah Tobizo, Accounts Office, Mana International School, Bremen UGC, Bacho debut. Here to us, Andy. You go.
Also, first 5 matches for Manchester United on Benya 5 points. Arsenal, Fulham, Burnley, Chelsea, and Man City. Sergio, Man United so more serious. No more top, or more players, no more pedal. Some match they can beat Fulham, they can beat Burnley, they can beat Arsenal. 3 matches they can beat them. Inti, me who say difficult. If only they sign the player they are looking for, they can do that particular. I don't think signing those players will end them just a point from that 5 matches. Obi say teams na World Club World Cup ni no. No kre say omo matches no mo change lineup na no kre. Sergio. Enra obi o hwe Pomora first game bia Rafael Vega on start first match no. But no Rafael Vega start here. Nti o hwe P agent so de na omo start first match second match ni omo nyina na start here. Nti yentwe no ba bia say players na o de be born and na also the book games ni na. Our lady can answer which Africa team is in the right position to qualify in team
Okay.
The implications. Sergio, FIFA, the last time I World Cup co USA in 1994, you're talking about almost 31 years ago.
Yeah.
In Tindiema, so far as the World Cup is concerned. And we are paving way, I'm what will transpire next year in US so far as the World Cup is concerned. And say, yo, countries now, you can want them. Mexico, the Omaha to World Cup twice. Into what entails so far as the World Cup is concerned. Because our Azteca Stadium, it hosted the Italy, Brazil in 1970, and it hosted Germany, Argentina in 1986. Into the World Cup and you don't need to put them and sign on Papa and not those games so far as the World Cup in your concern. Into Mexico FIFA any problem. So over Canada, said you almost how many years of football on that to say in Israel. Pepre. And now by US almost host World Cup in Ibida. Almost qualify on multiple occasions so far as the World Cup in your concern. But still, game na year bonus said you almost share. At FIFA you sue $50 million for promotion. The chairman say they need to triple that particular amount for next year World Cup. No, in this any panel ma microphone. Again, omubesa hu acquire what's almost fast to make sure say it will say nipa ba eye pack. Inti it is possible they can go the Pakistan way or the Qatar way. Qatar for no who so krom wo mani ne bo ho. Almost 30 years so ko na ko training sessions kra wo come to Moscow. Eti omo ko Pakistan ko fa nipa ba kronim e make sure stadium bia on be filling to capacity. Say the be on be sam omo ska on be pe accommodation am omo no wan sam omo 3 square meal. Say the be FIFA anim no ase. Enti say Joe, the disadvantage for US is that almost stadium no as compared to Qatar and other nations is so. Eti Ohio the other 26,000. Any Lumen food na 25,000 no. Any Lincoln Financial food instead you who say venue no World Cup. AT&T mo amba ni bi na mbeba ho. And we are 75,000. Into your stadium bebre ba. A so chair the omudi host with the exception of MetLife and Rose Bowl. Any Mercedes-Benz Stadium. What Atlanta no. These three stadium and stadia. Ubeka se bibeba enson cheno but bebre beba esusu che bebre dia omobonimu ense jo we ebema FIFA hunu say no there should be an avenue betimi amoma draw fan to stadium deduction of tickets or how will you create that awareness ebema ni pa stadium and say jo after this tournament FIFA ni bebie pa again I once spoke about the adverse weather wo kromo FIFA and consider say na nyina tournament we cooling break time also a bomb match no whether not to say next year way a preamble the more I said you a bema FIFA near be how it was the next World Cup because in Mexico, Canada, US in particular the weather condition any ni pay stadium the crown be first or betimi atu asane man nyina ano and the crown be first as the matches na enkonya a telling effect on fans the players no and the officials no at the stadium. It for me where a gate to open up for FIFA because you know tournament you are to ma be so what you now here who that lapses pitch no and they said you nipa no unte no isibia matches no kwade when Rulebook crowd dia won't hwe so her matches na involve South America for na said you unte hwe and one so hwe I think say a bit open up for FIFA now I'm sure team are prepared very well because the World Cup proper there they cannot continue to disappoint.
All right.
Obi say West Continent at the FIFA Club World Cup and our way. Okay, you know, Oceania for near show more 10. Intimate when you did 10 dear. Best game so far. So you are going for Fluminense versus Borussia Dortmund.
Okay.
And on an game. I enjoyed that game. Botafogo PSG was another game. But Mexico for Dortmund and then Fluminense. Best player so far. Then you end the day. Estevayo on and off in the two games. Now why no Bembo ni Grandi and who's were
MVP too. Who's on and off?
Oh, you know,
I am a recovery of the tournament so far.
Discovery.
Yeah. Discovery of the tournament. Yeah.
What you play of the
what the two?
Yeah, two.
No,
on F. What about two? What you two?
Send me my ball.
Who's on and off?
Send me my ball now. Many word on my hair ball.
Okay.
Ball now ball na me hair.
Say the general performance. They made the MVP now.
You know, and not any say, no, me or question kakra. And not the number of question kakra. But for the start and everything, only Lidi. I know, you know, I totally agree with you. Say, he's the main man for now. I will be adding Dimbeko. Discovery, I'll go in for Gustavo Gomez. Pomera for center back, the paragraph for number 5. You know, too much. I'll go in for him.
Okay.
All right. Now, on the issue of Sergio Yamra Laka.
All right.
Obi say, Kotoko management, no, buying and sacking management na nanka omu yusu omu sika enka omu nya sure say omu sani player obaya na jeno omu pam. So empempi se udi players na chi a ombe disappointed empempi. But so we share from the football perspective. A dear na be ma Kotoko asani player in January. Na jeno ye wo June. Now almost say omu people here nibi. A dear in come. Say we need to have those answers. A dear na ma who ya because football say ye nyane sa. Be bia ni why ye ne sa. Say hwe Kotoko pushi for tenedu. In less than 1 year, Kotoko say omu mpe ni biu. Until what accounted for that decision to sign Tenedu. Meditum se coach ana oho first nyon na oho ne. Meji anu tum. Meditum se won team defend the players ni bebrebe because e been so pa omo disappointed. Passejo, e die na be ma obe sign player 1.8 billion within a span of 10 months or 9 months also umpe ni bi o cause financial loss to the club. Say you be anywhere in the bottom scan of the year or business no. And the players no almost sacking in as much as some of them underperformed. General, almost sign when year. And signings, so if you are not careful, you will sign player out inside the oko. So why you careful? And say you that has always been Kotoko. Meditum say big club pam player all turn on the yarn ding. Because say you most of our players in the Ghana Premier League no team kese no se omo ko team nketo a omo sika kro omo je no omo chemu be 5 ansa no makwa akode baako.
Okay.
Even Manchester United and other big clubs are struggling to sell their players because of their wages. Inti hanin so be den pa because teams in the bebrebe depend on justify your inclusion to sign players. But say you Kotoko should be careful with buying and sacking of players because that has been the way of managing Kotoko and which is not good. So do Obia Basan way. Obia Basan way. Obia Basan way. It has been repetitive from the camp of Kotoko. It is a job I'm asking. A dear Neko into the decision to sign player for less than 6 months. And just 6 months now is a player then go. And you didn't play at Yanni loan. And didn't play any penny for Anka send your sadia. Ye mau loan of 6 months. Ye mau loan for half season. See, we now what they was so any dia. Then Kotoko be more contract. So you didn't no man go by that a way.
Okay.
Because players here almost sign a fee. Next year, sakesa. And say do football on your no. There are other players who need to be given a second opportunity. There are other players who need to be given a second opportunity. So why do you sign players for 3 years? Say do. O sign a player for 3 years. 1 year by I also play an team performing to uncle. So omo beba no sign a besai. Yes, a club and then club into a DNA a pushy yama Kotoko, Ekofa Tenedu, and finally they are saying that they don't want to do again. Samson Aduku, I agree. All these players are Kotokodoma transferred if you consider them individually. About performance in this role. Ball no ball, hand your ball and a wasro. But I'm asking a dear Nama Kotoko for almost 6 months. So why here? Over Kwako player for Fraba, or no so Babesa. And say you again when you sign players and you're enough. There should be measures in place to make sure the players perform. Into be an in a Juma year. And it's all for player by a level playing for no amount. There should be other reasons a bit more pushing players to enhance their performance. Team manager in a Juma year, security in a Juma year, management managing the players very well. And yes, our players omo beto akwa you know obi enu odi sika yetima okoto player 1.8 billion in less than 1 year obeka to player nkoda. And say there are decisions they need to convince the coach to make sure certain players need to be given a second opportunity. Big team and yet the beer and a coach SAK player also be added to. Other players you need to convince the coach. Say player way, hey beer you who say give him another chance. Now you should you bet me and that's why I said you make sure the beer omobeton apama and said yo football na ye dear any football na ye no and yes sir ye no. Intimanu failed woefully in his first season in Kotoko. This is the Kotoko for move. He was exceptionally damaged. So not all players, but other players need to be given a second opportunity. And yes, I said you market. Players no motor mabano. Or mobesa pambi next year. Into what is the essence of the 3 years contract among my players? Player and about obo 6 months onko, about 1 year also onko. No. And you're funny Cologne. No more playing time. Ebia now team more playing time. So you said a lot of
the players need an ebejatum. So especially loan to particular teams.
You pay them.
Omunye prepares almost cost.
Say you know okay talent no. O de neko now e be a scan waka chance obetua naka. Dan la de call Chelsea. Oba Kim Fesa. At the point he was a Kotoko number 1 goalkeeper.
Go jitum so beko.
And I make her say, no, it depends on your conditions. And you know, player and the who is saying to me and farm out now, that's the other amount. Not all players. Not all players. But player no, beer said you tia 3,000, 4,000. You show talent now next year or two, only be here with team. And make your dog loan waha. So the bear will be no more playing time. You beat you sick now, do not kotokonama. What is wrong with that? It is a Joe. Pam Sake last year was how much? How many? 21. Afu is an 8. Dadana consider it. Was your born I know, him. Mobile market. Next season they will still sack them. Some management you are a bill was a full from a bomb as I 8. Him. Say your football, yes, I'm not defending any player because some of the players have underperformed. But I'm asking you, don't sign player for 6 months.
But there's a teams in Ghana and across the world. Season and year, more age players be quiet.
Okay. Season team B we as be a season and year players quiet. But players no more can players or more 1 year and less than 1 year. Team bear. Said you team bear. Amuko less than 1 year. Ubobi. Neither mobile. Almost a team bear. It is that they send you on loan. Ubenya 1 or 2 exceptions. But say you, I'm saying that teams now all kind of moves, but they don't do that. But the idea that has always been the star. And it is not helping the club. And more my club than him. Say you.
Well, the person who says Shiashi is far from Ajirigano may not even know where Shiashi is. Shiashi isn't far from Ajirigano. It's Legon. And Ajirigano also Shiashi, East Legon. East Legon and Ajirigano are neighbors. If you are not driving, it's Shiashi, you have to alight to pick a car to Ajirigano, which is like 8 minutes away. Kazola and Ediweyaba. And why they buy Tommy. Una di fia kraba. He say unim Shiashi baby what? Unim baby Shiashi what? Yentuazo.
Okay. You know I say Mickey
Baba
G-Tech
Accra.
Mickey Baba be transfer so fresh in community. Justice Bleed and the minya oba na watching prekwana.
Owa sorry ni dia. So sorry dia.
What the you know me jama Mickey say Justice Bleed only me position. Me say I disagree. Reason be on the message Justice Bleed ko be I don't support it.
Mickey Michelle bra na be clear my.
Because I do. Untimi you so player for 5 years. All of a sudden you come and tell me the player is in discipline. Player.
All the reasons be, all my sign reasons be.
You know now how do you where there so be on here?
Because who know social media, okay? Say but me ni free as I dey kotoko.
Yeah.
Oh, and me I be an making rounds in the system no no. One way. Oma church the frontier kotoko dispense with the service of more players, you know. Oh, yeah, no, they are shano. Nti mbebusa say we official ana. Who's you know?
David. Did I say me? I'm not depending on those things.
I'm say Adraina GT poor performance. Chidjamna poor performance. Fernando Bassi disrespectful. Benjamin Chum loan. Frederick Asare, his demands are huge. Management believe Kamara and a new addition will be better. Justice Blay, old and disrespectful. Emmanuel Entry, negotiations ongoing with foreign clubs. Albert Amwa, negotiations ongoing with foreign clubs. And I'm saying we know any official for Basantico. Anna Kwame, we are clear on my hair. Number one, the name you can say official.
Official. You know, my Dick Claire now can Kotoko spend almost spend the war or Mediana. Yeah. Adriano, yeah, for players. No, almost a players now was say more enjoy 3 meals no and up Urian. So technical team members and almost free fee. Kodidi. Nti going forward, no, person ye. Pacho, I clear.
Meet you.
To going forward, no. It's so beautiful. Lunch druya. No ako dibi.
No faka kudidio.
Kudidio.
No asamba.
Asamba.
Sa.
No, they are not part.
Wow.
Yes, they are not part.
Baso mukoso mudidi.
Me.
Me
ba.
Me go my friend ba ko.
Obonidi no ka ko ni.
No, mood.
Ona ka men example.
My friend ba ko say kamne ni ko baby no hefa.
No so didi.
And also ofri joso bana or fakam boy didi answer. Nam so what?
You see from
you don't do that.
From
into Ofakam where did the answer no aba.
You see from former coach ni na former coach Ofie so ko back ko
pushing so idea beba sisi.
Oh, obetima bodi.
No.
You see former coach ni na Ofie a otimi call no so akodidi. Ni nyina na ma bill no ekosro but omo here for players.
Na omo here no man kan tell omo say for players. Apart from players, e mo bia fufuro bia medidi.
I say me aware say players no.
And so people are no afaka be.
People are want can say.
No
dots. That is.
But figure they correct.
Figure no. Yes, correct.
20,000 a week.
A week.
Wow.
Yes. No opim so spend 3 times anopa ewia na nwumre.
Free. Yantin fro bia ka to.
Debi. Bia kono akodidi. Madam funa obonidi Kodidi
on go with my cabe 3 plates and boss on D. Cause you on Giants anom. That na edidi nkwa ane. We don't trust
General
but so you aware of North American.
General on just
maybe o te no ho awi.
Maybe o te.
Masa.
This season you be trem.
Kwa no wapa kwa me ye ho.
This season you be trem. I am afraid I'm so come back with it.
General on Justice Blay to say the na Andy can Justice Blay situation no and no more share Justice Blay and then there discussions about say next season no more person Justice Blay better also about body am akotoko no Justice Blay G2 okay say ma member there fine and she share it say and almost see about 3 months salary and I be ma na eja okwan na Justice Blay si derby was sign the contract in che wabo 1 season into 1 season na wabo ewie no second season also born sika I was say onya was second season no omo money 70% na for terminate contract no emfama no but na management no NTSSA into omo ka say ombesan so ehia no ebium into Justice Blay situation no say net also 70% of 1 year contract remaining no and sana watiase
na di nti na kotoko say omo terminate Blay contract no.
You know there are a lot of things also baby omo na intimi con radio so media matic crown says say crown no
so ntimi nka dia jai
on be install cameras so on be install cameras
ebi ni ho
can just Blay
and me sure who said there were a lot of nyama koso ho say compeso me install cameras
omo ye ho hwia enye Blay
just Blay there
kwa na so mu jano
kwa na so mu jano
baby akwakodu no
baby akodu no
okay nkomo tutu bia ntimi nkoso ma
bia no betima sesa just ebesesa
na de be ngwa na ye nimi
jenwa o nyanyama nyina betimi say
kwa me kan bro for say by what indiscipline eneno
Okabom yen indiscipline.
Okabom yen indiscipline. Okabom yen indiscipline. To say
won't mean control.
No,
we who any
player about 27 matches for the club season no we any bibi ntimi yi
so the way that's on the control
because permitting and no permitting of citizens we are must and general a branch back in the nasam sube 2 Jan okay Chum Benjamin Chum goalkeeper no so the so name the okoye Anuntino, on the no you team.
Then no say no one to prunum. Okay, we so okay, we uncle. We are going to Japan uncle.
It is a say no so they no me decide say uncle loan to no ebeko loan. And no could nanche na and became make point be
on the uncle loan.
Uncle loan.
Then moment
or you goalkeeper and no
but oh so serious. Immediately call you team no. The no change just be the change yo.
Aye. On say making team in casa.
Debi yes na so be say you can we dey because 2K on Debi blade dey big can I want to
blade dey no.
Me be say be discuss our issues no on there.
Yeah. Assembly dey yam so.
At the crow now at the crow pot.
But the quantum of the indiscipline no at the crow.
Okay.
Uko chemu aba we go say go no nya bi na ono na bi but say you play ultimate ball right back obo central defense obo holding midfield 27 matches we did 5 years wakotoko o say oye indiscipline omumra bi say you
okay
omumra bi
discipline no e wo mu ahodo bebre okay no mo trend dey say as an dey no bebre we dey obi dey ba no ono de na omusi bia dosu we
nti ye den na oda so bom matches ne perform ma omo na at of France omo ko she go no anka so omo anka say o ye indiscipline
but say Drew baby kra no ofri camp wo
onto obium onto obium
and no one man free ono one free one
and there was a problem between only one other player there was a problem and o decide this on to na obium wow yes and so so ntimi kan but that was the situation.
Come into us.
But we okay.
Intina kosi say.
Okay with to story ni.
Ma me we the way so awuni. Intina just ono per 70% of next season contract.
Next contract na kan.
Ba kotoko enso empenesa.
Kotoko so say on be man 3 months.
Okay.
Anti onya butre and o si there be on per 70%.
Okay.
Nti omuso mbesan so hia no. Na Genoa a branch ba kwa friend no Isaac Minta on there na say Oma Sanso we consider biom.
Okay.
Yes, so Isaac Minta will stay.
You know, but first no can
yes. So for now Isaac Minta ebetimi atena na next season no wabo de amakumasi asante kodoko.
I'm reading here there.
Isaac Minta omo patch say omo signing no omo nya kwan enhwe ni yi. Nti omo pese omo sam man second opportunity omo sam man second opportunity na omo de hwe no nti na omo age sa Isaac Minta de na to but Samson Duku e de Genoa omo decide so be man 3 months salary and no one contract no ko and Michael Cheidwa man so omo man 3 months salary na ono so eko Fede Kasari so ne contract no enwu but the contract no be wu in August. And nunti ono so mo pese mo renew e dia ma no into ono so je no be ma no 3 months salary no ono so ko and na eye Fernando Bassi ono so no o me ma no 3 months salary no ono so o meja no kwan and na agite so me ma no 3 months salary na Genoa wo meja no kwan e ma no ko na Genoa say dia ba ni say Heart of Lions almost striker no o share 11 goals onya MVP miensa yes kotoko contacting Heart of Lions ama wo magia tum has so peno but boy ne person bokotoko nti wo magia tum mo se onya 11 goals no MVP onya 4 ono so oba obebobo de ma kotoko na se oma conclude metima ka Victor Dro oboba nations no na ono so kotoko fo mpenyfo ni nihiai do Boma nations so many nihiai ama ono so obe free nations akanyema kakra bi ono so beba eno me say one other player ono so Boma nations ye fe no Sadiq Alhassan General Sadiq Alasa.
Number 6.
Number 6.
I'll start for G League, on a bomb 6.
Okay.
Can you move
into ono so obe free nations General no aba na oba beboa eye Kumasi Asante Kodoko Bobo ekuo no. Na General reporter coach Zito submitted the command management after season nyina no. Na o kase o ka team ni do si hu no odi to o menim say number 6 or problem with number 6 into nya number 6 or pepa beboa eye club no into number 6 omo ekope bi Joseph Eso deal general council Joseph Eso say onya deal o amano ne into person tu kwan
okay from dreams
okay. Joseph Eso deal akọ is over and Abdul Aziz and so nya offer outside.
Wow.
Ono crowd were free Kotoko for the 2 minutes senko bebo but we need deal outside ono soko nti Abdulaziz and Joseph Eso deal no so general is off and tenedu general tenedu issue no nanka Kumasi Asante Kotoko the swap swap edama brekum Chelsea nti abrantie no esi derby ono onkobo brekum Chelsea na se omo empene dia omo ntwan no omo friend manager embra nti no bisan se manager ne hwan no se Joe
why
obo ni manager ne no se Joe
hwan na kasa Tenedu okay
yes
okay.
No se Joe nti wa na I am saying se Joe Kessben na no o se derby
se Joe be
ya timi kan me tell am say se was start team manage bi ana no say the manager is a friend say Joe
okay.
Nti say Tenedu but upon doctors
but team na no obo no before so be call Legon Cities no me panimu ho
so
Ebony
we opinion
yes
okay nti ene bia na wa
tuamufu da bi na me
oh
ene
wa
me se nyame
na wa
kwa me ade we disi na manage na we se nyade
okay nti
so we say had in the media years ago
nti general Tenedu issues say they can say upon doctor's advice Tenedu or injury problem na injury na wono so doctors na advice Kotoko management general mo resolve it be take a longer time yes very long time and answer no metima resolve it and into no mo person mo consider now say o be Tenedu and so it me akọ because doctors na advice say o mo kasa mo ye ne ho adwuma e be take longer period answer no metimi resolve it na general meeting no o mo san so discuss Kotoko technical team structure ko be kaya me de betu da say anhwe ya na assistant coach no na o kona different coach aba but to see the assistant coach no better na coach Oduro and my friend say coach Owusu
what
Prince Owusu
okay
na rukaya ba Osimiki wo de wo ye bucket the magiatum
coach Prince Owusu
and Sejo de wo yankure Inti general Prince Owusu betena inti say be head coach Zito assistant line 1 coach Prince Owusu
referee that's line 1 referee
assistant 1 be Prince Owusu
line 2 match commissioner
and the akoye match commissioner Kobolo
assessor and then line 1 indeed
na fe like assistant 2 akoye Hamza Obin and only say the issue ho latest but ne on be share some of the players ni bi na je no mo so mo peso mo wie ni nyina players o mo kono mutimi conclude ni nyina o mo wie na fe o metimi on veli o new players o mo ebe yiso mo Tuesday and o mo to surface coach Zito Sombra na for me na maintenance na contract onsem no o mutimi enkan free ho odu ani che me wie Kotoko de no me die ma so eja players bebre kwan almost this season omutimi next season omutimi G League no Michael Enu and the Kumi Francis Dawuda Ben Michael Sapon Michel Sapon Apia Kubi ene Kwesi Dunsu omejo mu nyina kwan so monko na sese de Apia Kubi goalkeeper no coach Bashir Herford so ohia no ndi so no so ahyase ene Lions edin komo se bia obetima kọ Pando Heart of Lions na wakɔ boa mo enso ho ɛno ne said the city already in the way they na to jada said Didi was signing 2 years and no was signing 2 years contract at the Mahas
they has a book the drama
head coach nti say no money
signed
omone eyi din komo Watara so be technical director
okay
at the Mahas it is likely say coach Watara be technical director at the Mahas of football no
Watara technical director
and no problem no and no comedy ekoso General Albert Amo when deal but kotoko se there be omoma Albert Amo enko because next season no mehian for Africa into omoma na enko Emmanuel Ntwi de they ato korokofo enim se wonya offer from Amonone korokofo no si there be omunya hu club kro into no amfa club kro no emfambre no amfa offer nembra omo de ba wo mbetena se na General ometima consider hu say ometima manako na se omoma na enko eno ne issues are
all right
pending.
Kwame Philemon Bedasi na fi ya twaso yenko hatofo kakra bi na fi
5 months.
Yeah. Yenko hatofo kakra na yenhwe de koso enso ewo ho. Gadgetwork or see dear good morning boss. What's your panel's take on the ballistic missiles? Hatofo is launching is using to launch next season, okay? In terms of technical department, Didi Dramani head coach, Abdullah Ghazali, assistant 1, Fifi Parker Hansen, assistant 2, and Najau Isa, okay, Fifi Parker Hansen, and assistant 2 is Najau Isa, and goalkeepers coach. Najau Isa, goalkeepers coach.
Yeah,
okay. And Enoch Jordan Daite, also and Sela or physical trainer Emma Accra Heart of Folk. In the Heart of Folk, at the end also and the Abano. All right. Ma Yenshe we and so Victor Dro is currently at Kumasi Asante Kotoko office with his manager. Nations FC have released him already. Okay. Sadiq Al Hassan's issue is being dealt with by Karim Zito himself. Sadiq Al Hassan. All right. Abba and so no. Yentwa so quickly. Na Andy.
You know. How technical bench, you know, say confirmation by good. But you know, good without quality, a better better than that. And see, Koji Dramani, we hear an introduction to the Ghana Premier League. 2 league titles, 1 FA Cup. Look at Blasters coach, assistant coach of the Blasters. Sivini Rich. Ghazali, Kotoko assistant coach, Basake head coach, and then Obiang Fifi Parker Juma or yeah with Golden Cakes. And a rich technical team, but until you provide quality, Genoa, they are not magicians. Sana and also eti oho. Obi say Hamza coach Ghazali enti omo ye boss a omo mpe ena omo de omo hwa na omo se omo be assistant coach omo ha na omo be assistant coach serio emre bi na me yedin san komo we na me na achidi ya atresem se we ye coach or assistant coach or alia serio ye cheze we ye coach metimbi and let's announce as I'm looking at American, we assistant coach for El Alia, a year so we main coach for Team B. But you know the difference where Hane say. So Ghazali and Hamza, these are young coaches, and Hamza is someone I know, and you know, or a brilliant student so far as the coaching field in your concern. Obi on in a year, Juma be dia dance here, said the Hamza sitting in a Juma, said you see him, and in a time, in a dedication or work for a Juma. Still, he's still on the learning curve. Na se do team se bi wo ha wo kokochi o ma wo ye boss ba katu akra ya asem e wo Ghana Premier League nim ye teams nketo ni bi wo ha wo kochi o ma sebosom ya so e betua wo ka do e no kra ya asem nti ye enye fans kwa nti ya yen consider saade ne say you can be a boss for a certain team but se do wakatu ya say bosom ene so e ba and you know we mo aye kan na o family no se do imagine wo kochi a Premier League team say they wo busua bi si adwa wasom na nya asenketo you need money to fill certain bills. And teams in the but they do. How to focus a deal can't and for can ya dear chair between. So you got a assistant coach a deal card yet a bit and an crowd 21st no cut you them. It immediately saying ka almost your masters at their own food, normally are prepared by solid. But say you Hamza at coach Hearts of Folk with Coach Samuel Bodwanya, the experience within the Hearts of Folk setup. Wako Vision FC, Akoye Juma, the Omaba Division 1, Abe assistant coach for Vision FC. Or sudden experience, and you know, I aspired through all the ranks from senior high school, Division 2, Division 1, House of Folk, back to Kotoko. What a rich CV for a young coach. It immediately say, almost small teams now. Now Hamza a young coach, Coach Gazali a young coach, but I do. House of Folk and Kotoko, the old coaches be bar. Omu coach Premier League team, but Okas or my assistant coach or how me babe because if nothing at all. But some swan waketuyane them and now been a huge experience. Say Nyankopon Boana Sanko Africa crowd as I do. What's add a lot to your CV. Inti Hamza say what's Africa da inti wa add a lot to his CV. Imagine Kotoko SECO Confederation Cup. No, say part of the technical team. And say do he knows how to manage players very well. Inti Sikase Muno, you know so be assistant coach for Kotoko and Hartford done Premier League team. Now you want for say na yere crowd sending this car. Ogoji Premier League. Yeah. Inti sa o imagine say was afọ akwa meye awa osere. Aso ye born no. Imagine was afọ akwa meye as stand coach for Kotoko. Was onko him main coach for team B. At least boso me so ne mono ni intact. Obi say style mo de manage Kotoko yi. It is a do. Economically is it prudent? There be asem ya kan hada na didi kura de buy e de ho nsem bebre so buy e ma nana enso e de message buy e ma ye discuss say do team say wo wiase even PG Manchester City, Bournemouth, Newcastle United are almost patrons oil money as do almost spending so much in the market. They have sponsors undiminga say o titinani team ni na na dia opim so team no oyisika team ni nkopɛ sponsorship there be say do Ali mu spending over $32 million a year on sponsors sika Coca-Cola demo on ni sika ketwa it is Samson akotokonso they need sponsorship to make the club financially sound because they do come TCB who has a kako we ni mu a sika ni bi flying fear be ye Samson dey be free sponsorship on so ba be ka ho ye and imagine this Kotoko team na now more 4.5 million Ghana cedis 45 billion so mo fanya recruitment na say you Kotoko so nya be from sponsorship so mo so nya $500,000 and so ba be ka getting closer to $1 million say you player bay and the Africa say Kotoko person mo tono e ko confederation cup na o mo ntimento it is candidate if you titran in ho be ye but say you every club that is competing, that is showing class, that is showing pedigree, that is showing consistency. And more sponsorship. Mamelodi Sundowns, WAC of Morocco, Ali, Pyramids, Zamalek, Omo, and the Yisika Kessie, 3 players, huge. Sejo, they have sponsors. And the Samson Akotoko management, you know, Sejo, Omo, some pay sponsorship from Moko, no. And yet the beer, the Bekwakuya Yekoye training Monday, Saturday, Yakoda Hotel. Adia chia yetuka yakobo match ni aba na fans man penimfo fans say you yes a club na nkonanim and clubs e call many na say you omo sponsors meaning so we be catch Dreams FC no sponsorship where omo call semi finals of the confederation and unto no omo call ba ko ba no nko bi no but when you have those sponsors backing you, you know omo push club no to that level so the better team beating your performance any training and playing matches in Kwan and the management should find a way to bring sponsors on board.
Okay. Mamimfa we infam intentem na twaso mame. Me person me boni pakro din company for no but on the way aba. For Blay, it was Coach Ogum who pleaded on his behalf last season. He was part of those indisciplined players sacked last season. It took Coach Ogum's intervention, but he still not stopped his act of indiscipline and revolt in the club. He's been a long-serving player who, so one cannot put out his character, which is having a bad impact in camp. The club cannot tolerate his drunkenness anymore. Management has sat him down severally, but he's not ready to change. He moved out of the house on his own accord. Blay is a bad influence in the team. No club will entertain such indiscipline. Into me, no the buy.
Okay.
Intina and also
a necessity for his contract renewal. Said you. There.
Also Ogum, okay, also Ogum, insist here.
So I'm really contract.
Say young man and Katino.
You know, only this season all count. But his contract was renewed last year. It may be such a dear necessity.
With a football and be assurances from him. So best
okay.
And the ankle bats.
Okay, my main fan. Last year, midfielder, our former Kimpisa midfielder, call Goma here, he say left footed player. Good. So Joe, he was indisciplined. He say on call. Now it is Justice Blay or indisciplined. He on call. So Joe, management we are the keep this message. Next year, on besan ba be catch say player be indisciplined. So what measures are they putting in place to make sure say players no more ban or more so may be indiscipline? So Joe. Tell my coach Abeka has a players be rensa a better 3-4 seasons ago. Ye be a player be indiscipline. Ye be a player be indiscipline. Who is failing on his job when my players no more the omopebia? Sedo, ye de be a can player side near jumping in front of almost what you man say. Justice Blay, a worker for Kotoko, a dear to me na Justice Blay wa or the campus and some near me free. Sedo, dear to me no. And someone is failing on the job. The Bia Kotoko de indiscipline now Makato so now players in the PR or more indiscipline no Makato so now not the BM penny for maintain no almost spot. Kotoko the players eba. I feel almost farmer on the 80 beba said you 8, 9, 10 will come. Next year they will come and tell us some players are indiscipline. Indiscipline ma 20 something players if we Kotoko last year. This year players almost by still are reasons in be indiscipline. Emphatically, almost blade and indiscipline. A not bad influence will come. Said you, next year market, they will still come and tell us some players are indiscipline. This is a player or back Kotoko media Makobo season. Kotoko sa chasing the Kofani buy. Spend 5 seasons with the club. Now they are telling us he's indiscipline. Fine. But I'm saying players no more ban. A DNA Kotoko management, a DNA Kotoko technical team, a DNA Kotoko team manager, a DNA Kotoko security, putting in place. My players here are mobile. Yes, I'm at this omko kiss. Yes, I'm got to be HSC or bar. Young got to be Kumba. Young got to play and then I'm back. Sa near manu and there was all putting in place.
Nana da could wait free Accra and Abarana da con say the team manager must answer some questions. Who is the team manager of Kumasi Asante Kotoko? He has a lot of questions to answer. Nana da con Accra, Nediwe and so Abreye. How can Justice Blay be indisciplined? So Nana cannot solve this problem if it had happened in his traditional area. When problems like this come up, can't he solve them as the chief of the place? Why is he not being able to solve these indisciplinary problems in Kumasi Asante Kotoko? Kumasi Asante Kotoko is losing more money. Hey, Kotoko, dada noa. And obiso ede aba. Now the dino akawensa. Meba suruha beshu di ba kupenwa na de ba. Yentwaso. Hey, Andy, 12:33. Me nyank me try me about all the twaso a lot.
I can't be trust. Obeti me try one ba. Obeti me try one ba.
Awa, me ba to hwe mo ho ma me na say next area this is what twaso mame. Okay.
General.
All right. You twaso for ba kutwem mame ya.
Okay. Obi say looking at the standard of the club worker, how can our teams play at that level with bribe? Our N0 question or the bribes also. Okay.
Question here very, very interesting.
And or say club work up on more boarding level. A bed then a place if you are be a bribe born the bribe and an elbow. There also be out here saying say our mass fishing there unofficially. Baby. Say unya time na utrezi European football. Now reading about match fixing, even the top flight league, baby. It is the reason why I nyaka Shiopoli. It is the reason why I Lucas Paqueta, omo pesa omo baneno. And the young players are intentionally getting yellow cards and players that are playing uncompetitively. Again, the 1982 World Cup in Spain, and also history to back it. The 1978 World Cup, what happened between Argentina and Peru, whoever have read that story and also was something to back it. But Genoa, ye obi say bribe na treat your hand better than Yakobo Club worker.
Yeah.
I can say being strategic and knowing what you want. So you me wa have my mom whole long time plan. Me raise $450,000 for recruitment. I will make sure some pep 5-6 sponsorship. Enyafu.
Yeah.
Enyafu. Obe bring go on board. It do recruitment be a obiama me $100,000. Me call for a coach or yet maybe Confederation Cup or because it is a Club World Cup, it is a coach or you winner and not achiever. And so Oku ready from the circles of the CAF Champions League now. He will coach it be what. So Europe crown or one Africa or more masters of that competition. At least when you go for them, you are assured of a quarter semis. The Nkoki, the likes of Florentin Benge, the Piso Mosimanis, the Michel Colas, Yahu Rulani Mukona Juma Oye for work of Morocco and all those coaches. Fauzi Benzati. Those are coaches. Around the Okofebi Bape, your team structure, your team shape, the direction of your team will change. But Ningina have to deal with money. So team will resist our amount and the other you can go in for those coaches. And yet 1 year, and 2 years. But within 5 years or within the next 4 years, the next FIFA Club World Cup battle, let's say 2029. Now there your project say, oh person will go be, you know, with a better plan, with a better direction, with quality and money. When you invest in the club, you can get to that level. Sir, any bit me, baby, I bribe on the say you baby, woman, and you Sana game, no, that's it.
All right.
Obi say, I didn't think I could talk on a house, Aniligia. Me, see, almost so. Say, I, Munyade. Team ye anything I'm open place anything I'm to place in this place said I'm making
yeah
has a full coach the Leicester Akoma team na empenin fonso na matching so ni coach din komo na players na coach no eso opedo and empenin force en from no am say dentin yesi oboso abrabona aseju ye bono obia won standard of the name wiase se Botswana fo an qualify for AFCON obia nkobusa omo say ade. So man for and qualify for World Cup will be so man for say a day. But Argentina for and qualify for World Cup a yasem kessie. Say Italy for and qualify for World Cup a yasem kessie. Samson a kotokone has to folks standard don't build it yamon say. They always have to be at the top. Someone to me and Kotop wa oma fairly. That is the standard of Kotoko. It is the reason why and yet discussing teams will bring the players at to transfer. Why are we talking about Justice Blay and other players alone? Now you can on board teams will be said you almost feed you on players. Why are we talking about Kotoko? Teams will be almost accommodate they do on players. Why are we talking about Kotoko? Because the Kotoko issue is special.
You know of African teams Omaji still almost like a coach.
Yes.
Recently, one in your accident.
Ali Masekula.
Is it Masekula? We can't mention them out.
Ali Gomez from Portugal, but it's 2 months from
Wapamano. Yes, because said I did kind of club and was.
It is about the standard. Said you, Mr. Real Madrid about draw. If FIFA club work, only 2 matches.
And the young qualify for ACU to see.
Ah, you know. Togo for qualify for AFCON. Also, we discuss. But Ghana young qualify for AFCON. Historic.
Yes.
I'm not discussing on any platform.
Yes.
Sana kotoko di anything. Say you standard so one team live by the standard. Dreams I'm call first time. Samantha score yes obi discuss bibi. Inso atrema ko yes obi discuss bibi. But kotoko tena ho maka Diago be so omo ha say you ye di amoka na be fa players or stadium. Ye di amoka and the befa players or stadium. And it is about the standard. And a while I can't to whom match is giving, match is expected.
Sure.
See a trial car of 500 Ghana near over 10,000. You know, you need to live up to expectation. Sanity, it is standard on now moment me and Richia. And my cancer on my idea. And said you how to vote for all these while since 2011. It be seen a 14-year they have 1 league title. In the day I can form. they need to do the right thing to make sure they come back.
Sometimes you have to manage the indisciplined players to get your results on the pitch. They are very okay, they are everywhere, but the coaches manage them to get their results. Even at the workplaces, we have indisciplined guys all over. Ishal anyway, if you were and Abraya in Waha and indisciplined players. In top tier clubs like Kumasi and Kotoko, it's not just a personal flaw and lack of managerial skills. It's a team's liability. Removing players who repeatedly break the rules, even if they are talented, is often essential for maintaining order, ambition, and long-term success. Kumbolo and Atuwe and so Agumde Abreyen. Okay. Na yɛnhwɛ wei nso kakra bi Doma Hinkro Doma Senior High School and Sir Smith nso di wei by good afternoon sir. The police for Justice Blaze issue, they should allow him to go. During Ogum's time, people thought Ogum didn't like him. If you like, let your listeners know his actual behavior, and you see people who will call for his head. He has done his part, so they should allow him to continue elsewhere. The Abrantian should be free Doma and him crew and so Abrayan no. And Renokwa and Echo. Tactical Orlando Agunta, can Tenedu be given out on loan? Is the Tenedu issue about indiscipline? Tenedu say what can say coach in so open one and I can say
make it say doctors say injury be one
injury on who
injury on case more coin beche.
Okay. My question is, why is Yao Bless still Jam School? Or say seriously, this news about Justice Blay is bitter unless they come out and tell us something, we still love the guy. Jam School and the way Abre 1242. Over 5 minutes. I mean, Kwal Mohammed and then Juma is our echo. I will 1 p.m. we never 93, 95. In the hour, the submission kakra ebe mai and sana. The videos na karina and so on sem aba. Inti yemfa we insi be na fa wo de no ko share one ho baby. Oh na ma wa we na inti mami awa mami mra ho later and the memo aba beto so. And the best kakra because of Friday na and no. Awa. Yes sir.
Sergio, you see Starlet 91 ewo Italy.
Yeah. More nanka ya the videos no. Yeah. Now ya the support to the our Mohammed Ekan. Yeah.
So the next one after 91 no was Japan 93. Na enono coach Isaac Paha and the Black Starlets of Ghana they call that under 17 tournaments. And of course, we played the first game against Japan in that group na you won't know. We won by a goal to nil. Former Accra Folk player Joe Fameye and shared the only goal of that game. And we went into the second game against Mexico. So the second game against Mexico, we won by 4-1. And it was an incredible performance from the Black Starlets during that time. Esumandazi was on target on 2 occasions. Daniel Ado, the darling boy who emerged as the best player of the tournament, was also on target. And of course, Emmanuel Duya, who was the scorer for the final game against Spain in 1991. He was also on target during the second game against Mexico. And on the 4-1 win against Mexico. So we played the next game in the third game, and we against Italy. Now, Sergio, we won by 4-0 that day. And we had Daniel Ado, Esumandazi, Emmanuel Duya, and Joe Fameye were all the guys are more on target. So we defeated Italy. That had the likes of Francesco Totti and then Gianluigi Buffon during that time. Now they were part of that team now, Italy. Eddie Baye, the Japan 1993 under 17 tournament. So all the 3 games we won. We won against Japan, we won against Mexico, won against Italy, having 9 points. 9 goals and conceded only 1. That was the only goal we conceded against Mexico. So we went into the quarterfinals against Australia, and also Daniel Ado shared the only goal of that game. Emma yetimi beat Australia Eddie call yenim semi-final. So in the semi-final we beat Chile by 3-0. So that game against Chile, Joe Fameye, Daniel Ama, and then Emmanuel Dua were the men on target for that Black Starlets game against Chile. So we won 3-0 against Chile in the semi-final. And in the final game against Nigeria, Sergio, unfortunately, we lost against Nigeria by 2-1. It was Japan 93. So as defending champions in the final game against Nigeria,
a match then
we are Japan, Joe Fameye go no.
Okay.
We are Japan.
Oh.
First game of the tournament. No. Yes, this was the only goal of that game, and we won by 2-0.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
We went by goal. So yeah, we need all the 3 matches in our group. No.
Okay.
We defeated Japan, defeated Mexico, defeated Italy. And you 9 points. As I share 9 goals, conceded only 1. And you defeated Australia in the quarterfinal 1-0. Daniel Ado, darling boy, and you share semi-final against Chile by 3-0. And also Joe Fameye, Daniel Ama, and Emmanuel Dua. And then the last game was against Nigeria. Sejo, and we final. Nigerian team that had the likes of Celestine Babayaro, Kanu Nwanko, and of course Wilson Uruma.
Okay.
Celestine Babayaro.
Where a game, baby?
Yeah, where a final. No?
Where a final game?
Yes, yeah, in Nigeria, no.
In 1993, Japan.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So,
Starlets.
Yes.
Yeah.
We lost by 2-1
in the final game.
The final game against Japan.
Against Nigeria.
Wilson Oruma and Anosike and share those 2 goals.
Okay.
Yensu Joe Fameye. So do a very strong setup. Yeah, Lee Jaramo, Robert Odro, Sebastian Bans, Emmanuel for love.
Yeah.
Mekaino Pa. And goalkeeper Samuel Adu. James Nano was also part of that team. Goalkeeper. Yes, also a part of that team.
James Nano?
Yes, James Nano.
Hasselhoff.
Yes,
wow.
Also a part of that team.
All right.
So Sergio, under coach Isaac Pa, unfortunately, we lost against Nigeria in the final.
Okay.
So as defending champions, Sergio, Yentimian defended the title in 1993.
Okay.
After say we went into the competition as defending champions.
Yentimi. All right. Now names about 93 almost this is almost a boy,
Yeah.
Almost notable names.
Yeah, Italy were with Gigi Buffon.
Yeah,
Gianluigi Buffon.
1993.
Yes. And Francesco Totti.
Okay.
So 1991 they came with Alessandro Del Piero. But in 93 they came with Gigi Buffon. No?
Okay.
And the likes of Francesco Totti.
Wow.
Yes. Now Japan.
Japan.
Japan the Hidetoshi Nakata by. Hidetoshi Nakata.
Okay.
And then no more to be Oba Japan Korea, your friend Matsuda, also a part of that team, no. And also a very good Japanese squad by Masada, Matsuda, Hidetoshi Nakata. No also a very, very integral figures within that Japanese team by than 1993, no.
Okay.
Not too much of superstars with the few, no.
Yeah.
But Sergio, the Motimi Boko mo nin pa Sergio, Samuel Kufo. Yes.
93 squad.
93. Uzo no Obonante was Abonante.
Yeah.
Obonante was Abonante. Yeah. So among them you to me do the highest level of career no in football no Sergio. Samuel Sekufo.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Samuel Sekufo. Even though Diamo, Etimi Kukwa Bruce, Darling Boy Mo, Danelado Mo.
Yeah, but of course, Sami
Kufo.
Okay.
So, Sergio, 95, Diano, so that was Ecuador, 1995. And Sergio, Obekaya, now we were in the group with the host nation of that tournament, you know, Ecuador. And Sergio, in that game against Japan, that was the first game, 1995, no? We won by 0-0 against Japan. And also, that was the opening game of that under-17 tournament in Ecuador. So, Sergio, in that game against Ecuador, that was the second group game, yani host nation. Sergio, we defeated the host 2-1. So, Sergio, what has those two tournaments, 93, 95, Ningina Yeshia host, Ningina Yasasha mo. Because we defeated Japan, 93. And I said defeat Ecuador, omo own backyard. Yani Ecuador, Diano, Baba Sule, any Bashiru Gambu, and I share those 2 goals. And And then yene Japan, Kamara Dini. And your last game was against USA in the group stages.
Okay.
And they share USA by 2-0. Abu Idrisu and Akwe.
Okay.
And they shared those 2-0. So the quarterfinal was against Portugal. And Sergio, we won by 2-0 against Portugal. The captain, Emmanuel Bentel, and then Nana Kweku Atakura Amani Ampon.
Yeah.
And they shared those.
You see the longest name.
Yeah.
Yes. Nana Kweku Atakura Amani Ampon.
So Sergio, that was the quarterfinal.
Yeah.
And the semi-final was against Oman. And also, we won by 3-1. Joe Ansah, Kamara Dini, and then Abu Idrisu. We won against Oman by 3-1. And then Sergio, the blockbuster was that final game against Brazil. 3-2.
Ecuador.
Yes.
1995.
Ninam Dortmund Kakra. Okay. Yes. Christian Saba at a point by Munich said, "You ba went to me am Froso and to me am Masro." The late Christian Atajan, yes, would find out at a point in time. But Sergio Obeka said near Wasropa. Stephen Apia.
Okay.
To reach the top level, Sergio. Wemo ene omo amoji under 17 title Eddie Maya. And Sergio, that stands as the last time we won under 17 title our world stage. Since that time, either semi-final or group performance. Or yes. Or we don't even go there at all.
Yeah. Yes. Says you're 91. You're 93.
Yeah, 89.
89.
And
89. Yes.
And 91.
Yes.
And 93, 95.
Yes. Okay. Now, notable names being from Brazilian squad, you know. What was saying?
Yeah, me bought Julio Cesar.
Okay.
Me bought Marco Antonio and I bought Juan.
Okay.
Yes, former AS Roma defender. No, we mon a very, very serious contenders within our team now.
Okay.
I'm also betting make us almost
now on also room na new rules ne laws na abeba no I think I can be dada obesan be tiaso kakra de amayen sa emre nti e obi e kama mu yie papa the Awa Muhammad edi ho komono goalkeeper 1989 Emma Black Starlets Osanso ba 1993 ewo Japan michire Anthony Osei Kojo on monitor intino or the message kakra brain kwan ofa so ono di wura Starlets mu na fe futuo odi ebema titru mpanifo no kwan a efa so a ebetimi assignment apeja ye under 17 no Emmanuel Dua odi bebre mayen na mrese me besan si de Dua ekan ni nyina and asemben na Anthony Osei Kojo edi mayen from America ye kwaba ye nchekra ye bedi wenu nyina ho nkomo na mo questions na mo de ba ye bi be wura donkunum ze Awa Muhammad na se odi nkan ekwansana Yura Donkunumu. Awa ebedasi na kwa bompa yema Ghana football. Maybe bia nkoso kama. Why?
Awa makai osofo.
Ai.
Beniza.
Osi.
Captain bia na kotoko muchiro osi asante kutuko nyampa ebopa.
Prophet one. Don't go there. All right. Yantwa so mfama mo yedi nkomo kakra eba betwa so Kessben television Kessben 93.3 Kessben 92.9 mo amogbu air live DSTV channel 364 Go TV channel 121 yebeko na yekodi nkomo kakra free Dwabin Rural Bank na eba betwa so de amamo omo so ya saying sponsors main ones no pamcho Ghana Commercial Bank it is near from DCB Bank, your bank for life, Toyota Ghana Company Limited was a Ghana Drive Toyota Starlets Sanso and a high sense edimo kutini papa everyday prices for everyday people pamcho Bank of Ghana and so the aba mo amount for eba bes kamu yen fesikabra ebe no moho de amount as anko for mo show mo ye papa obia basa dwumako bia basa na se poncho your numbers baba tudwa enche kwa miki baba kan nyina mo mfre omo Bank of Ghana ni mbedi nkomo say omo ma kwan say omo nyi sa adwuma na ma onye sa dia ma fo ba beji usika edi mo boy ebi o MTN everywhere you go, MTN everywhere you go, Sanso and a DSTV so you are seeing the your home of entertainment yemfa omo ni agro kra. Printware Service Limited, Jabi Rural Bank, Edi Emu Akoten, and Chamini Omo, Ebedi and Komo Ewaha, Balm of Gilead, making your kitchen your pharmacy, a Jabba Jewelry, also Ekaho Dende, Amalina Children's Haven, your one-stop shop for all your baby and kids needs. Sanso and a Grace Gift Herbal Clinic and lab services. Eka home yedid medie Ebremo, Ban Herbal Hospital, Herbasol Company Limited, Caristic Ventures, and so Ebwaye Papa, easy waterproof paints, and so you are seeing Kakra Medid medie Ebremo, Daoud Herbal, Dr. Amuzu Herbal, Omunano Ebwaye Papa, Otria Herbal, Sanso and a Tonchi Herbal, and so Edimu Akotin Sanso and a Kojak Farmer. So Ebwa Medi Jumedi Bremo. Sissedia may call a Japan Rural Bank, Namin Penfoy in Komoka Kreba, Babetuaso de Amamo. Mr. Victor Poku Amankwa, Ono NIA at the Siman branch manager, the Emma Japan Rural Bank, or Sarsuna Benis, Che, Ono your business development executive, Omo Penfom Makwaba. Say, Muhuya dear. Okay. Minsa simfri wana manager na boy nkomo kakra amanfo 8 yo Jabira Bank nkomo hwambe na de brain
yo Sergio ya dawase Samuel Hanso chairti fo nyina
ndimoso
yo said wodi kan bodi no Jabira Bank na ene ya base ene Asante Ghana ma be twetwe nkomo kakra ense ba yo kasa emu no kan say Bank of Ghana say bu wo ho anoma ba na say
yes
need to me be so be more interest and also be more bebre
yes no be good system no bebre
in fact a hard na Jabin there obini be ka say duly registered by Bank of Ghana
sure
o mama you to me
sure
see etimi gigiska
sure
yetimi kraska afi yetimi disika ye bo sika so ho ye dey e bai
sure
ahanti ye ne dey Jabin Bank ye ne Ghana for aye adwuma for 40 years and still counting. So Becca I say last year and near Baha near the 40th anniversary.
Yeah.
We have been in the system for over 40 years now and still counting.
Sure.
So Joe, and me baya naturally saying Koma ye better training say ye ba na ya beg ne etifo atwetwe Koma for Jabira Bank. Investment opportunities are ewo and I say wo sika die baby a wo do sika no kwasha eso be dey ebe ban faso dey amount anything ya ba ha say na ye wo investment ni bebre but the make ho asempa no eye dachinti investment any shares investment no na said the odi kan kan no efutu kakra me dey ma atiefo ni say udu sika ekwa akoto baby a o mu say ensihu anase profit no ehia nanso no hwese baby a odi ko no say usika potene na ankasa no o pa wo sabe dey obeka enti se wo ko baby na ye ma bibi bum na wahwe bi na wakɔhwɛ sɛ sankofo no mu tumi anase mu ni tumi ba Jabira Bank dia e baby a odi usika beto a kyerɛ sɛ afebɔ obese nya ɛso mfa so yɛ dɛ ɛwɔ hɔ sɛ jo ye wo investment bi a friend da chinti investment
all right
da chinti utie di ni kura na da chinti means for your future ɛninti no da chinti ni nyina ne sɛ ye wo plans ni bebree sɛ bia o siesie sika atwen o retirement isi ase obi a wo ye abadwuma anase wo ye obi adwuma wo ye den wo di 60 years a e beka se kwaje wa home wa wo ye wadwuma krampo na e bedum rebi no se bi o untimi nye den emma adwuma no so bi o eniti na ye ne de da chinti investment na ba sabre ya ahode ho na wo ye adwuma no tietia ne kakra na fa eto Jabira Bank na o de to ho no enye se bia o de to ho se o de to ho kwa abresika no engoma o wohwe investment na anase dachinti investment na ensihu kakra wo ho no utimi se esopa yie eninti no ubetimi de osika no aba Jabira Bank na wabeye retirement investment na anase retirement we find say pension dachinti investment ni bi na chese watie osika na kakra dachi bi ko ahomegye mu na chese wonso wahya ase edidi ho se jo won say ye nnuan bi wo ho musua adwuma
Sure.
Ebi mu bi wo ha na ebi a oye carpenter ni osua adwuma. Obi wo ha oye tailor ni. Obi wo so ana obi kan ye obotire ne ade. Enti da Rulebook Bank say also ubetimi aye bibi nkakra. On say omo no obo say omo nyinya job, omo sua adwuma no omo tinya job bi no omo akotwa ne ade. Enti wo be pon ho no utusu bi ne ade de ne watimi aye dey ato. So usua adwuma minim say bi a ebi mu take 2 years 3 years ebi mu kra 4 years. Enti dachi nti no esa wo homa ye nua no mo omo susua nsa no adwuma no. Say whilst usua adwuma no na wo tietie bibi nkakra na obroni beka say time no be so no wanya capital na say tools bi na ese auditor ana say onwoma bi a ese oye na wanya ho akade na say won so dey start wo adwuma eno so ye bi wo ho oba dachi nti nso a ye wo say dachi nti health plan say on say nipa de bi ameka say enwoma ehu hia pa ba ko apomdene enti say ye bo brana ye ko no say apomdene so ma ho ye dey ehia o eni nti no ye wo dachi nti health plan so ho say wo de we de me de bo mabusua ho bra say mpo so obi hu dodo no a say de be ya enkoye say afi na say bi wo ni na mo a afi wo pemoa enti no ane say wo ye no kakra say hu hia say say wo de ko na akɔhwe opom dina no wa ba wo dachi nti health plan no wa ba be we a make nyina so interest so ye de e wo investment asichire nyina ne say udu sika e kwose baby next why dey abamfa so ama ho ene ne friend say investment enti sa investment plan ya make nyina ya de a enye usika potene na de to ebo eda ho na emu say nya ho eri what say emoho kakra e say wunya say de be ya wo so no wahu say usika na de beto no amfa meto e de hoka na sa investment ya make ho asemi ubetimi aye ne say de bia ebia se susu na beto egumu 10 years na banga 10 years na banga afibia so a o declare o in fact o publishing account and man who say banga no ejina ne na so onya mfaso no e na wo say e na mehwe adwuma ya banga yi dia e adwuma panti medim sika e ba be de e ba be him enti saa sika na odi be hye ne fa na say udwatri e na wo so odi abe de odi abe hye adwuma no mu eno ne friend shares no e different from say fixed deposit odu sika beto ne bia boso miensa o sim ebia meba baji mi interest ana boso mi nsia ana afe no na emom shares ne de wodi usika aba be share adwuma no mu enti obroni be kasa wa be ye part owner of the business of the company enti ne basa na won so ye ka wo mo a omo so eye adwuma wurafo a won so ye de wo ka ho eno no ne shares no na shares no woto a obi beka say na shares na me to ikra ade na menya free ho shares na wo to no de obenya free ho ne say one ye free be dividend eno na sa afene so abank no ebu enkonta no ma me say adwuma omo adwuma yura for the share yensa nyina no ye wie no emfaso ye nya ye nie ye bu nka no ye nya emfaso sei enti emfaso na ye nya ye no ye di sei etua ma omo do musika na ye dey a share adwuma no mu any dividend and so obi betima kan say interest ai wo ho no enti eno no ye wie na afene so a ye nyina ye bodwa e wo ye headquarters ye fresh shareholders nyina na fe ya pension no memo mahu bibia mu enti adwumadie ne be ye transparent ma bank ni dwumadie o ye bia na obi ani ye dey etua ana fe so say impo shareholders no ana say omo a moye owners no omo contribution ana say omo adwene bi mo bank for the future so a eho ana omo take decision ye dey e wo ho anything na do wa omo declare dividend mo bia hu sika a obenya and so based on o shares a why dey what up enti faso a wonya wo shares no back ye dividends ye etua ma Sejo, ye free be capital gains. Oto shares no so wo say nya capital gains. Asichire nyina ne say, e bi a shares no oto no 1 cedi. E bedroom maybe as a share price na ko 2 cedis. Enti wanya mfaso say na aka ho 1 Ghana cedi. Enti zia usika 1 cedi now dey cho shares no. Enye 1 cedi bi. Sisi abe say 2 cedis. Enti na kire say wo dwatire ni mu asa aye dey apija. Ana dwa bi Rulebook and nam ye bonding bo aye boni nti no. Capital appreciation and capital gains there. In fact, ebi ya o my enjoy part say shares ni free baby, e mi bi kra de ni free dey obenya. Say shares no so de to so bi onu so say esa utimi sa de jahoma ana so de jawo busuafo. Enti na kire say obetimi transfer ma obusuani bi ana obi a wo pese wo ye dey wo de shares na ye dey e ma na ma benefit ya make kan nyina ono so pakro no wa ba betoa eno so no de ko. Enti no say de bi kaka shares no e 50 pesos. And a minimum obitimi dia start here 50 Ghana cedis. nti 50 cedis ko bia no betimi ato shares ne bi na kire say why na say do obi beka say na shares ne bi am ni sika nti no enye se bia confess sika kese bi na fabra beto shares no de e ka nyina ne say jo wo de say wo betimi ay standing order say bia de bia no na obeye ne kakra ana se bosumi bia na obeye no and wo betimi ay na ye nkakra kopim say sika bia wo pese wo de to shares no so aye dey etimi nti na chese kakra metimi aka fa investment no enhu no
okay e be da sipa na ko benis wo na fi o de kakra asoso o ma signal me say but nya hwe me ma o kakra wi aka wo na fi
se jo e da si mesro do hia your Ghana card account bia o pese obi wo dwabren rubber do hia your Ghana card 2 passport pictures eda ifie de get address and answer light bill ebia ka ho a obetime dia ba dwabren rubber nkwa na wo ye savings and now to susu o ha yentete no operational cost there's a ubenya alert nso wo phone ne so tam bia odi sika betum ana so obeyi sika ne nyina ye free yentehwe eti mesro ba bia wutie free bia no hwe ye kira kwan a ye odwaben ya asanti dwaben aha himfie ho ada be hu dwaben rubber head office no ye we just so traffic light na sia obo onwen so a onwe ye market wonom pacho your bonre so your station honoma obafuwe so fume so taxi rank obahu dwabin rubber oba roman here atonsu station e bia mani bokube no obahu dwabin rubber na adesman manager ena wa se so den chiama KT afunyina KT ge 3 no mo ti meso oboru amu dwabin rubber oba magazine ni road nso a ona na keje si abro senim no so boru mu dwabin rubber na ni eni nkomo yo pankro no so abro sa tenten no ye wo honom ye wo aboa so ene o sepe message of your number si na free 0241 721065 0241 721065 0544 745856
all right
free nani enye adwuma na mefa your cash collection services no enso enka ho we dey besero esi dwumadie bia wudie bia sikajeje waase yesrebo Fredabin Rob and cash collection services no na yemeboa na akontabua mu ye fa yemfama yadamasi
yenso bedamasi papa Mr. Victor Poko Amankwa ono na ye Adesiman branch manager Dwabin Rural Bank that's na Benesti or a business development executive that's a never san more transfer manager ebeba ho na bedin komo all right Dwabin Rural Bank fa hobo mo na okotokro enka suru da na enonso no yensi form na fe yemra meto so emfa emamo awa Mohammed yewura donkunumu odin sempi na atudwade afa Starlet 1993 1995 yebaba ne ba beto so ba questions ne kakra eka ye ba be wuram kakra kala enso anihu hancho ono so awuram ono so ma no kwan na kakra ho no ono so de abre loss no bia be kan ho ana anase nchetiremu bi e ho a ni nyina no samri na yeye ni nyina medinkan e de atomanim se Anthony Osei Kwadwo enso de nkra amane afri America mem for this segment of the program until so duru ho a ebama motie nsema ode ebre yen na afei menya kwan ama monso mabam ne aka ni nyina bom dien na mwadwen ekiremu efa enne program ni nyina enho Joe, I suggested that so far as Kumasi Asante is going to Africa and we need mature players, why do we leave Justice Blay to go instead of managing his attitude? We manage a player who is more controversial, and get our results. I was a controversial player, but the coaches managed me to get their results. Both at BA United and at Kumasi Asante Kotoko into Jan and anyway Abba. Or say no hadrin papa no ajia tum say no hadrin. Or say no hadrin papa ano obi so hadrin so no hadrin. Na Satan now remember.
No hadrin sa.
No ada woni na nenam.
I say you know into Jan why. Enyo no kra na ekenya obi wo kra hu na atimi hu.
Into Jan mo ban say mo ntwi moto kra wa mfi omo. Da bia not so.
Asa de yi.
outside the debate.
Na indiscipline I can order as okay red card yellow
card.
To
Jan problems are not the management that time.
Omo mu nimbo ba o ka se da obeda no so yi 10 free omo you 2.
Into Jan say
no. Omo yes ade yo omo Oshegu.
Omo Oshegu.
Omo Oshegu say.
Say like everyone say Ronaldo.
Stars na.
Stars obi Oshegu ma wo de.
Na play on star okotoko.
Why star be say to Oshegu.
This is also go answer my star.
Just so yeah, to say there. Wow,
I know. Kika say me as
abo stars me answer me.
I know Kika say me who say me so.
Do to say there wa Oshegu near count too.
Hey, answer me okay.
Wa Oshegu there, you do ho agro.
Sir.
Say em fa say kotoko. Na ye wo
I know better na na wo support justice play. Na on.
Oh, so we ni papa, be say bre na so.
I
wo support say onko.
Oh. Jo emre yi ni nkaso.
Emubu baby antu as.
Na emre yi ni nkaso.
Nti wo support say onko.
Yes.
Brad Mark na be kan yes.
Oh yes, do. Say indiscipline abro so dia esoko. Because say dia pese e ko Africa ko ji o.
Okay.
Africa e ko ne pese e ko ko.
I see. I know me ma kwan why.
Yes sir.
Na ye de no so aba. And the time no nti aye style bi but e be wura mo ho na ya toa so e de amam obi di message bi e ba efa Asante Kotoko technical team omo edidi e wo eye okay with the later idea no and so when is am message say na ye ti omo 10% technical team no okay and management technical team no but me san wura mu no omo say enye no kre management no na this idea na buy say ohene ya ma players no okay until unye player na so be so didi a ye beti 10%. Okay, but no cry no. Koduru ohine ni mutwam say no, ubia nkodidi. The buy no yes. So na mate say e buy but ohine twam so ubia ni bi.
Oti bokru me.
Baby oti ye nka ho. But wo ho na say aduane ba.
Oti ka ko.
Wo ho na say aduane ye ready a utimi di bi. Nti no ye nkoti obia simple ana teku baby. Ya nti obia. Sa na menya nti sisi a. We are minyan free no so all right yen to aso e ba wuram our G time no kakra e dey call outside 1 and 2 no ba e be san ba nti fa odi si na
so do me question ko not much to answer
okay
I say okay ko don't have faith to win it no be say then I trusted and don't bo 10 team and go bo abrochiri you know I dey go say obi ati ase and say in as much as you been so exceptional or the quality to excel no abroche kono age and you need to be connected very very important at that time no na Chancellor ko Tunisia right say yo at that time no not the love for the local game no they huge odo no move for local football they huge and omo enjoy it has ana say yo amono ni bebre ne ema utrim because obi say don bot is you know no be movie on and me na me believe say just after the New Zealand 99 because he was a star in the making of that tournament. Chancellor performed from Olympics House of Folk Kotoko even in the Blasters. I think the connection at that time of the two only the best guy to answer that particular question. But Sergio at that time I think say not the connection to live and again the love for the local game no. And a man, Emranti enemy, no almost see or Makaya. Yeah, who say Manchester United, Chelsea, Bayern Munich, na you know almost enjoy that particular platform.
Okay.
So my question there back here Fred Kasari and I will answer.
Right.
I also give him 6/10. Not disappointment, not exceptional. He did his best, but as usual, as an
okay, Yemfensia, Nafi, Ingray, Don Kurumo, Awa Mohammed Edinkai, Edide, Koi Minano, Abraye. Next one, Ibirum, tournament after 1995, no, Ibeba Babisi, and Ibirum, other tournaments, Nina, Ebeshon, some Aka, Edinkai Aka, say Ghana League, Esasem Rebane teams, Omo Esase, Omo Winnie, Omo Anomo Hosam Reno, then Omo point Omo de Winnie, Omo de call him from be a Sase, MTNF Cup matches, they be in na until you'll be Emma Moye, Papa, and Sunday extended the Acco Africa. Champions League, Confederations Cup, ɛhyɛ saying ɛwɔ ɔman yi mu participation ne clubs na ɔmo ɛkɔkɔbɔ various tournament no players no baabi ɛkɔdu yɛ ɛne ho nsɛnsɛm bebrebe clubs ɛne ɔmo ɛbɔɔɛ ansa na yɛakɔ world stage na World Cup ahodoɔ nso ne nyinaa ho nsɛnsɛm Champions League Europe and afei Europa ne nyinaa ho nsɛnsɛm bebrebe ɛne ɛde bɛma mo ɛwɔ saa mmerɛ yi sesei awa ɛde ɛno abade a yɛbɛkɔ Anthony Osei Kwadwo ɛhɔ na yakotie nkrato a ɔno so de free America mem abrɛn ɛwɔ saa segment yi Anthony Osei Kwadwo mu yɛntie ne kakra
for yɛbɛda otwedi ampo Nyankopɔn ase na afei nso machia Kessben ahwefo nyinaa na atiefo nyinaa ɛmfɛ nsɛm kakra bi na mpɛ sɛ mede to dwa ɛfa ɛnra ɔnase program yɛ ɛfa starlet ho no deɛ kakra a mepɛ sɛ meka ɛma amanfoɔ tɛ ɛkwan bɛyɛ na ɛfa so a starlet bɛyɛ strong yɛtumi kɔ World Cup na yɛtumi ɛbɛ anim deɛ ne nyinaa deɛ mɛtumi aka nyinaa wɔ mu ne sɛ ɛdi nkan mede bɛfiri baabi a ɛma starlet anase nya starlet ne free coast teams no because mekae sɛ yɛbɔ ɔmo frɛ yɛbɔ coast festival ati Ashanti region na meka ho but ayɛ sɛ mɛntumi ankɔ bi because na mekɔ SDA mɛntumi ankɔ festival ne bi enti na ɔmo bɔ wie no ɛna ɔmo yi players nti ma players ne tena Kampucha Azikasare ne Kofimbia ne we ɔmo tena Kampucha ti eduru sɛ yɛbɛbɔ tournament no anase yɛbɛbɔ qualifiers no no ɔmo ne Nigeria nti Nigeria fo nso anyini nti ma ɔmo ma nkɔla nyina Kofi na ɔmo frɛ Ibrahim Dose ne Joe Debra ne some players ne bi ɛna ɔmo edikɔ nti Ibrahim Dose na na yɛ ɔmo goalkeeper nti ɔmo kɔ ba yɛ no ɔmo Nigeria bɔ 1-1 ɛwɔ Ghana na ɔmo kɔ bɔ goalless draw ɛwɔ Nigeria nti ɛma yi ɔmo yi free mu nti ɔmo ɛkɔ ba yɛ na ɔmo frɛ bio no ɛna ɔmo frɛ me Alhaji Cruiser ɔno na yɛ coast chairman ɛna ɔmo frɛ me ɛna ɔmo de me kɔ nti kɔ yɛ no na yɛ sɛ ne me kɔduro na yɛ sɛ Azikasare Kofimbia ɛne Alex Opoku lɛsɛ ɔmo nyina ɔmo tra camp akyɛ ɛna ɔmo de kɔ join me wɔ mo ɔmo frɛ nipa bebree frɛ players ne bebree nti no deɛ secret ɔmo nyina sɛ yɛn no yɛtena yɛbɔ yɛn ho kyɛ yɛtena camp kyɛ ɛna yɛ kɔ training tour ne nneɛma nti no time biara no ayɛ sɛ ne nim yɛn ho ɛnɛ course ne ho bio nti wonya saa wɛsɛ no nyinaa ɛna na yɛso na discipline ɛsa wɔ hɔ academy sɛm bi ne hɔ sɛ bi a we academy player we yɛ sɛ academy match sɛ no mo bɔ coach na yɛ sa bɔ no imagine say every kotokobɔ match biana Ashanti region yes the whole Ghana it could be a park a ball with crowd Emma obi enya confidence no so and then no balls no the promo go na watch ball e course no bo wi anu watch ball but team be bo wi anu watch ball nti eno ma eni ye den ene ma isa ehunu ball na no se crowd abakọ ko jira mu ni nti ba say ye call camp you track camp che enye you track camp che pa so na me nye short nti no e ba say all the go Germany training to the go Brazil training to twice any we say nti no e ba say me group no me dey near 89 Scotland 89 nti no yentimi and qualify for the group stage no and the be na the woman nie e ba say 91 for no e be ko no na ti say you a players na me group no dey no mu be 10 e wo come na so the status Sebastian Barnes Kofimbia, Alex Opoku captain, Odati Lamte, Willie Brown, Kusi no ye goalkeeper Kisi Sam Kisi ɛna bebree as a Kasare nti no na akɔyɛ sɛ ɔmo nyinaa no wɔ hɔ a ɔmo nyinaa na bɔ World Cup no bi pɛn ɛna ɔmo nyinaa nso no ɛsɛ time a Isaac no mo ba no mo sɛ akɔbɔ professionals asa aka ho nti na ma ɔmo team na yɛ strong nti no kodue mu sɛ ɔmo wɔ squad ne dada ɛna yɛde binom so ɔmo yɛde bɛka ho so no ɔmo so ɔmo yɛ adeɛ ɔmo sɛkofoɔ Daniel Danado Emmanuel Dia no ɔmo so no ɛyɛ adeɛ nti ɔmo so bɛtena ho bɛbɔ ɔmo ho kyɛn gyina fɛ ɔmo hu ɔmo ho nti kɔba sɛ sɛ bibi ɛni na ɔmo atena kyɛ abɔ ɔmo ho akyɛ nti no na team no yɛ strong ɛnde ɔmo bɔ wie na ɔmo ntɛm adete ne ɔmo akɔfa ɛnam sɛ sɛbi ebinom pɛ sɛ ɛtɔn ɔmo players nti no ɔmo akɔfa academy matches dodo sɛ na ɔmo bɔ ɔmo ni matches dodo ɔmo bɔ academy no yɛ adeɛ a sɛdeɛ aborɔfo no so yɛ nyɛ saa na yɛntumi nyɛ sɛdeɛ aborɔfo no so yɛ no nti na ɔsɛ sɛ go back to our course system no na first imagine sɛ ɛbɛbɔ match a sɛ kɔtɔkɔbɔ match a course ba bɛbɔ ɛna second division aba ansa na under 20 abɔ ansa na team na ankasa bɛbɔ nti na ɛba saa na obi kura obi so efura no ba na ɔbɛtena sɛ na mo sɔrɔ mo sɛ nipa nkɔ stadium ne nyinaa aka ho bi nti no ɛyɛ adeɛ a kampo check because of say under 17 no kampo check kɔtena ho check nti na ɛma mɛsa to aso so kampo yɛ ho check nti yɛ hu yɛ ho team no so him from 91 for na kɔgye yɛ no ɔmo sika na yɛ de ma ɔmo de tɔ treasure bill ma ɔmo I mean, can't hold it, but minimum. I'm going to treasure me. Obi answer Canada. Obi in who obi find the sick and answer be a BBC. And so and then, omonusu no free hono. Next squad did be some ho. Omonusu no beka hono. And after 91 and the Kodani and Nuna, if I say Benu and the Beda Benu and the da 91 and Jara Koye and we so Kuchani to be fire. Ominian is also him. Kufuse or born, names was born 2 times. On a mechano. Do you born 2 times? And you know, a group we hono eche. A boy home eche. But the same to the boy, ano. Ubia Bese, a dinner academy, say me abe. Now, Ubia Bese didn't play ako. Young Punche, young Campunche. Now, this year near Konya Kakuye. From Jim Day committee, me kakra meeting my can say, Sabayan Kanda 17 a day. Common group check, no more bomb check, no more 5 ages now. Sabi a bit to me, a bit to my boat 2-3 times. No, and no more bomb when you're good team. No better bomb moment to me at me abo. Said it nothing to me about no Omunja Academy Seminole. Almost high and gain, among bring, among fat, coast, no, and Zambra, because coast, no. A boy and you know, a beer will be a Shanty region. Who say, Nipano, your boy and hold that. So would see Ubiana, Ubiana, Ubiano Nabo. Memifa Barcelona, my friend. You walk Barcelona. So him na has nipa be say at least be 5-4 kotoko be 6 on the mechano. In boy who you check and sana other teams individuals and also no go for just every 3 teams and a formal we say no. It is young go back to that system now. Minister says talent no bit to me I strong said pen no. It no me feel say it's a question beyond that. Mami who make me say yeah no. Medamaso.
Okay, Anthony Osei Kwadwo. Now, your goalkeeper at the Emma Black Starlets, 1989-1991. Nina other goal at the Emma Black Starlets. And also at the bedem the Dende at the Emma Kumasi Sante Kotoko and the Black Stars. And ordinary the Ababeboa 1-2 segment, you know. And some P and Waka. Then Yafa at the Ephraim and Emmanuel Dia. Then also at the Ebrayeno. Schools, and in Sempi. All right. Yen free ha nyame ayadma ebesan atoa so. Sesei de ye call referee Kala ho. Na Kala enso segment no de odi efrim ebre. Ref akwaba say ye.
Nyame ado.
Ye de nyanko pass. And now dey fa hin.
I'm saying right because say you call emre bi about drop balls. Na yen be have you say.
Ene de mu ye.
Ya ma pages.
Yeah, me as okay. E de nyanko pass.
Obi ya de wa.
O ye ko Kala enko.
Na obetime mama de ama so obetime aka na da TV no so.
Okay.
Na amanfo be kai.
Yen hwe we no first oh. Okay, na me ka say wo kwa ko shase de free ba kuya me hunu ha yi. Say
we mum da na
ya ba eno so later. Okay, no problem. The opbia eno na ese ye de amount. Me shase free. If one play was stopped, the ball was inside the penalty area. The referee drops it for the defending team, goalkeeper in their penalty area. The ball was outside the penalty area. The referee drops it for one player of the team that has or will have gained possession. If this can be determined by the referee, otherwise it is dropped for one player of the team that last touched it. The ball is dropped at its position when play was stopped.
The upper training now, and they say, first, no, I'm running a difference.
Yeah.
And then nobody will have say, Siciano, say, goalkeeper, say, ball in your body, but I could have drop ball, but if I say a ball, a ball referee, I say, and drop a ball.
Yeah.
The ball referee, no penalty area, anything. So, them to the mad, advantage in any drop a ball, man. But Sisi idea, or say, a see penalty area, drop a ball, if I'm my goalkeeper.
It's your penalty area.
No matter, I'm friend 18. Say, BB says he drop ball incident BS or say, but more than so your referee by day, or but drop the amma goalkeeper, so goalkeeper.
Okay.
Memma will be a major metaken.
So the goalkeeper no go.
My goalkeeper no. Now say, a baby see you outside the penalty area, so outside that. I want to make sure the advantage player than I send car. No, na all cover board. And now, a ball referee, no, on the mature, drop a ball on the farmer's player.
Oh, okay.
So on the make sense. Now, drop a man, so it's about 4 meters. As I said, player be a free in chain. So on the mature, said the Baya, Obenya, no one did. Because on the air, ball, and I ball referee, no, into the old patch now, and no. And now the questions are banned. Okay. Or never so be a question.
Okay. Inti ma yanko sa question no eso. I know what you saying.
Me say odopo ya na ubosha eno direct
go. Say drop ball be a correct question. Say drop ball mawa. Na say drop ball who play across the ball want be ball and to us.
Okay. This is already
a drop ball mawa. This account be answer. I want to make sure.
Yeah.
Account be answer na. It's like indirect free kick, and say anka will be that so border kosa.
You go. Okay. Or see, a goalkeeper easily catches a weak shot and then falls to the ground. The goalkeeper stays there for few seconds without being challenged by any opponent and then stands up to release the ball. What is the referee's decision? Young church says our question okay. Or say a goalkeeper easily catches a weak shot and then falls to the ground. The goalkeeper stays there for a few seconds without being challenged by any opponent and then stands up to release the ball. What is the referee's decision?
So the person change in case it's a goalkeeper or coach ball.
Or say weak shot. Bia konoso.
Na say.
Enya de onse binum share ade omo to form. Or chira no side no to form goalkeepers no.
Na say bibi sa kokosia. E dey na referee no ba be. So they make answer the better say be say sia. Say jam ho be drop ball na man. So they make sure. I'm say answer no so.
There be o person e dey answer no eba. Na make
Say me hu that question now.
The make e won ti say we are boss shot, goalkeeper. Instead say we are over gina ho ache no boko na be a counting be a chance no. O say that den ho to ho first. And son or the for some seconds. Na ball no dan in here say cause number 2 o'clock. What's that in what to?
That's it.
And sana actually was sorry a pick ball no. Na was I delay bio.
That time now yes the referee so who said that time no or control of the ball. And until that time then so starting count to 8 no.
Time or that
one. So that time was said that down.
Okay.
Now start to 8 counting. 8 counting. It is or check us a bro 8 seconds now. They will take a corner kick against that goalkeeper.
Oh, okay. Okay, you say no counting no be chance mra don't want to form.
Right, now who said that time okay?
Yeah.
Obi an calling chain. All the chain no I said that was a time kakra bi no I said that no.
No da ho.
Now you know who start kukwasa. Then hold him now bohu. Obo one say no start take kite. 1 2 3 no. 8 in your so happen no. You take a corner kick against him. It's a penalty and you know. That time they said that goalkeepers na ball na TV so that goalkeeper na ball bounce ball no one person will be release no then start count your 8 seconds then say yes you take a corner kick against him.
Okay.
The moment of a ball no na obi answer and na o you free na
don't want so start counting.
Okay. So what I say? Aye.
Because of
you say we no share that don to for go.
Yeah, everybody league.
Everybody. Yes.
And that we are you been up on about 5,000.
Obaso mu ni mra na omo nye.
Dem say see na can dey can wonye.
Omo
Because obi anko ma wo nche. And a ball no wa dash. Release the ball na ja o dash.
No da. Omo ta is a go give us.
And I make say 18 I make say had the team akubeti enya kwa na 5,000 match.
Especially because only
only
no da ho na for say we happen no to me ka bada nim kakra no bounce kakra that time in na start that would the
and to the show no akura show na
ni o dey say count
control the ball
you do 8 per corner kick
no we the ref no oil is that no do me see Japan for no Clement Japan jima omo no no mu ni ma de kro me hear officially no on facial expression no mu ni ma de kro no o de nsa kire say that is a corner kick.
Yeah.
Rural Williams the na adwuma oya.
Nah. Okay. While the ball is in play, a spectator throws a bottle onto the field towards a player who is running with the ball close to the touchline. The player stops running to avoid the bottle. Okay. What is the referee's decision? Obi enya board in touchline ho baby. Na obi ato bibi. To field also.
Basana, who put fear to the player.
Yeah.
And you know to be in the play. And once the referee best stop play. Now I drop a ball on the massa player and Ankasa.
Na say says I ebe bua ni pa no to ade no. Go open and insaka.
So they mention
dangerous move we know to ade to pitch no so.
The only thing you can do is to drop the ball for the player.
Okay. All right. Intina and so and yemfa ba kwa na menu bi nka ho na so wo foforo ade ebebre dia. Also after a goal kick has been taken by the goalkeeper, the ball touches the referee outside the penalty area, remains on the field of play and bounces back towards the goal. The goalkeeper handles the ball to prevent it from entering the goal. The referee stops play at this point. What is the correct decision?
The correct decision on the first na can drop ball. But the person who said baby I drop a ball. Baby a ball in Gina at the time I was stopping playing. A whole NSA drop a ball. It's a drop a ball outside there's over drop a ball now. Any partner now or advantage or so ball on the SOA there or drop a ball the man. So it was so inside as soon as I take his decision now. Then drop the ball for the goalkeeper say on the SO for ball.
Okay. All right. Emeno ko kala yemfa NC ha na fe Andy Busa say ebeba ha.
O say
enche
say start a league in Kwadia. Ebeba.
So dem try na utaka say enema bi omo de confederation mo omo ehwe se beboa. On say VR ye ha bia. Ko ha VR ba ha sembiti wa.
Sembiti.
VR be ye be me ho be 30 years ansa na ba. Because ye league cry ye GF cameraman kutwa cry. Ye say there. Nti VR be din, especially call relegation. Nti we be applicable to be in the Ghana Premier
League. All right, but media ba ko ami hu ni ye any baby referee e was still etia bibi tia wa players ntumi ko surround no.
Joe.
Sila koso.
Joe,
but also say
you work out tournament there. I want to be a juma. But yeah, had here. A FA no member association no. That's what they decided.
Okay.
So they be saying no. And the other day they say on court the amount.
Okay.
On court say the member say they may. That is they may.
Okay.
They may apply it. So they make sure no.
Okay.
The enquire the entity but a basana. You did kai catch almost so a best shower on both say. Any quasi yes sir.
All right.
If they are not if FIFA percent at the be year referee pack so. All the top is all preventive referee no. Is any papa say 8 around na. Obi ko bona better one with back rock ball no. So any day as a bibi or honoma the team captain e ba no be obusa no. Na what training mu a o say so hwa protocols na. O do bon say so be announcement na. A say I said 2 captains require company no e ko TV no play side no. No mo kokoshe. Omu nyina ahwe nti oba na no announce to the public say that e bi ne enti na enti bi fa we no e ma.
Okay. Tactical Orlando e the video bi ba mre no eko intimi na nka bia why explain is me ma turn in na so mbetimi amaya hwe before say be pon dia o say e fa 8 seconds rule no ho nti se mre bam na se turn me dia ma turn so betimi aye me ahwe TV no so na nka eno so chichiremu kakra o de amaye ye to so benim ma kakra benim Andy idua akasa sanso na Anthony Osekojo enso akasa
ade ba ko agino a very common wo language in empire one course that implies building the basics. Number 2 na ye campo che enti na ye nim ye ho na omutimi travel ko abonten ko bomb matches ebi omko Portugal omko Denmark omko ha enti finally omo assemble 23 no for a tournament no na already Oma mature, Oma build team cohesion wo hodada. Coaches nim game on bebo because one of the games Managerial akatire say coach Otofista change players ni bebrebe on kra no monti ase. And I want explain it to obia. But otimi change you know still are omunya results. Again, Osa akatire say match baako na mpanimfo ne buofu omo say Omukoshia Brazil after beating Brazil no na coach na ba benya upper hand and benefo no ba camp pam wo mo sejo ensem o maka nyina yemu se ho se ne e applicable to our current status ana no currently say you coach football no dey gradually sad dey back and the aka ne the developers me can dia coaches no wo efem wo mo be develop players no the coaching education about a lot of coaches go to Lances B, Lances D, and the BBC here. FNU to make sure say coaches be occupy certain a position. Betting me develop talented materials. I'm going forward, you know. Yet me a future in our respective national teams. Yati national under 15, yati under 17, yati under 19. The basa aba BC 20. Se jo ni na eniema ye to build the basics.
Okay.
But ye musa say in 6 years of assuring Ghanaians of building the fundamentals. When ye nyane from fundamental ma or ye tram card ye beti ye yin de na tre. Eno ni ye problem.
Okay.
Enti se jo nka wo hwe de mpanimfo ekwan a omo toto no ofembo to make sure say a football no be back to make sure say betimi already a very good team for under 17 a very good team for under 20 na omunso atimi dominate the world game nke no but say Joe yemu say one players ye campo omo say players na ankasa na ye frɛ no do we call the right materials any materials of interest coaches who upper hand do we consider the right coaches for the right appointment coaches no one ye tue omuka ye more incentives ye more motivation so all these things are lacking in our game. But the biggest problem is that after building the fundamentals it drew the call up now we don't call the right materials that will fit into the plan but we call materials a besiu to penimfo or more born into first and then recently no assessor because I was here you will be bidding just for him to raise players or no so car boy in our football or the Betenica. It is the reason why I intimi and recopy that kind of natural talent near the dominated the world game.
All right, Yentua, so why is Kumasi Asante Kotoko transferring Fernando Basse and Eduku? How many minutes of play did Eduku get in Kumasi Asante Kotoko matches last season? Has management really assessed the midfielders' performance last season? How many assists did they provide? Kumasi Asante Kotoko strikers need to fight for their own balls to score goals. Amwa always come to his own half for balls. Who is the most creative midfielder in Kumasi Asante Kotoko now? The answer is no. Okay. Amidu being selfish and Baba Yaya can't even make decisive passes. So aside all these, can you blame your strikers? Okay. If it's not about performance, but other matters, okay, then Bassi and Ediku must be given another season in the team.
Eduku played 7 matches.
Okay, 7 matches.
Yes.
Eduku, okay.
Played 7 matches.
Okay, Okusi in anyway, and so Abre say Bibi Fufu bi o wa o mun nim dia. Say nye sa pa dia.
Yes, my argument na Okusi to us.
Okay.
Eduku played 7 matches.
Okay.
Minta played 7 matches.
All right.
Mepe Bassi dia na ma.
All right. After yɛnhwɛ file no, yɛnhwɛ video na tactical Orlando de ba sia sɛ kala obusa ho question no. Yɛnhwɛ sa video ya etwa kɔ yi. Keeper no ekuta ball ɛna ɔde ama the defender head ama no.
Who does that get the late at now? The ball is in play. The ball is in play.
So wato ɛna ɔde ama defender head ama no bɔkɔ. 8 minutes no ɔbɔ ho by. Kalati, what is it? Wait. Some say 8 seconds. Obiama. And only the defenders. Into the ball with Trisno Sachino. Now must start counting.
Tactical or the consuming time.
Is it allowed? Oh,
I don't allowed.
Allowed. Oba line next no the man no was up mama no.
But release it. And the pressure
is in play.
Wow. And you be super papa. Okay, and to come Mickey at the above for nos and some kakra be bana fi bejai ama munsuma bem aba be church maji. But no maminti you kakra nsan.
Wadam for bra kwa bra. Boga lotteries.
Oh. Na ne ho to say.
Oh no.
Boga lotteries.
Oh
you brutal. Boga lotteries.
Was that we were telling
you? All right, I mean you.
Yeah, Papa Africa, the Enfenya.
Yo,
one more day message near you by a press. No, what be on the contract national and I on renew and I ye Jano Quine. And will be also on medical grounds and a beer and penny for no ebe ha team no na eno nso ese e manako
okay
edi mesre de omo hwe tete mpanimfo na ewo no ne pa na omo yamae tete omo nso a eba no sesa na omo baba beye ne se ne esi nim omo de ba team ni mu dia African de bebo akwachiri
okay
because ya adwen se ye pese ye boni ye na ye kodu pempenso bia ye be maintain enya de se ye be kwa Africa na kodi agro bi asa abane asa abetra ho enfie miensa enfie mienu ansa ne asa akobi se ye continue se ne affairs no na ye kodu bi asami saa ne age fana no ne abo fana no saa bi ne ye pese ye hihye team no enti yesre etitafo nse yenya botrema ye mpanimfo no na bibia be boko na yeso yamfi ahodi ni enim de enta team na ti especially for abu census no mpanimfo no behwe ne aye ni yie na mu nyina ya contribute na de team na ti ama kotokwa ye kra behwe
ano ebeda si na fi yakokwa miki ho aboafo no nsensem kakra jai kala na onwe no na yento aso
Heba so eye krima bema na UC bema ni obehye mu a obobo adwuma bomode kope ba so krim ni bi na UC na uyisu a ebetimi aboa wiye papa ema nyema etimi akonkan de amao aplaki to bi opinis no ho after 30 minutes na wakwa wo hye na chese breadru se woni oba eba behye mu MTN everywhere you go baby abeko bia no betimi isu MTN no MTN SIM card no shene so se MTN for say eye 10 Ghana cedis pe uko baby no bi se 11 Ghana cedis 12 Ghana cedis wo bokro no enu ti kope MTN SIM card ni bi for 10 Ghana cedis na enjoy nyama papa wɔ MTN so abra mpono kɔpɛ sim card ne bi data o browser ya na ɛkɔ wo ye call a ne dem de amount ɛno nti ɛna wo so nya MTN sim card ne bi wo ye oba wo de dial number we star 5060 hash star 5060 hash ɛwɔ MTN so MTN wɔn ɛboa mo ba wɔn power na business no etimi akonkan ɛde amount high sense kɔpɛ high sense product ne bi na wonya high sense product ne bi a wɔabɔ so what product papa ufie na wasie wie no wɔ apartment na wayɛ no anase udan na wɔ complete no high sense product no and also the CSM ya will be to sell laser television gas cookers washing machines smartphones sound systems water dispensers ya will microwaves blenders rice cookers kettle iron and air fryer bomodin na kope bito ufie hono nyama papa na uhia home use nyama no adoso electricity no e kosoro dodo when the high sense product ni bia a bo electricity no buying a day amount 5 years warranty and a waso Kumasi ya wo a year Kumasi a year city mall and a sanso a war a year Kumasi a doom post office tafonso udruwa ubehuyen ewo home DSTV so much more DSTV your home of entertainment star 759 hash and any short code no dial star 759 hash ni be na emma opportunity na reconnect to decoder no abra unko DSTV for office GCB Bank with GCB Bank for say o shares na wato no obohu faso e wo so a for when it maso na be update o profile no wo update o profile ne chese boaw emma odin ene o telephone number ene o email no wo metimi e de aka ho na fe afini so a ya mo hu sika sede sitie ba herbal hospital bia wo kwa dompeni kasemo djuma na wo dompemu problem afo ni che ba herbal hospital wo gonorrhea wo syphilis ba herbal hospital ena ebetimi asolve problem ndem ya wa tonso agugu behind na tonso agugu hospital no anaso do ni be che increase pintes number 18 junction so uduru ha obehu yen ewo ho general
okay Kwame Mickey is Okusie very sure. Is Okusie very sure that he doesn't inhale smoke whilst watching Kumasi Asante Kotoko matches because Okusie dey say Musie dey at the crow. And Obi Busa say is Okusie sure he doesn't inhale smoke whilst watching Kumasi Asante Kotoko matches. Did I hear him say Amidu is selfish? He should come again. That young chap is my crush at Asante Kotoko and wish he joins my heart of folk. Okay, they'll be the abre no. Now they say na musi amu yeni. Yeah, shasye the free nana da kusi eho or the graduate free India or monitor program no India no na or the voice way and abre note way na abre me know say ready I want take a crabby na me some pick calls okay mami share calls no ase MPK me hu aba afede na yi ni ba o sound no ba mo ye ni mami answer okay 055144499331 okay 0551444933 which me afre na fe wa kire wa dwen 0551599933 e honso fra met me afa o call no call din kan wo line no so ana hello good afternoon
When Pacho Micho son you
Hamza ni
Pacho se jubo ku yeboko
na nti we
mamitia chairman obin secretary Benjamin na sejo in some hard dream say obi de say Fernando Basi boy ye bombo na so boma an ke kan o de babo ni na boy press supported ni na nyaji so nya playing time and also nya time kakra boy no bit na performing obi say some say diku oba force first na nye ba ye ko bibie ni no saa penalty nya ye any go e share ya o man my referee Robert Muze hu da ho nyina some say diku nti to nya pain tama ana to nya wan ye bi kan ho a obetimi abo ama supporters ni age na wo ko fa player 1 year na 1 year ni mu a what transfer ni ko what ko fa foforo na ni follow ye what transfer ni ko e be do with the quality of the player ebi na ma ye some say iwe some say duku ne Fernando Messi dia actually this year nti management ye taking of players recruiting players no e that are you use the qualities of the player obi dey say boy ya this all be competency ya o mo so go so hard for some go funny opa one season one performer ya offload no okwa ya wata kwaji go king nti management enya but how to recruit and how to offload our players so mo timi ma mo transfer and 2 years business one perform there and okwa obi na omuni asem but one season now what the performance no ye honey wa now the no wata ko player fufuro na player na ko fa na ba no how sure are you say oba better perform to say the year no
Hamza Infancy na fufuro and so Emra the Hamza Ekan all right my picky way so hello good afternoon
Daddy Joe.
Yes sir let us say Nyankopon adom na so
now ka say from Kong e ka say fra Sofia dan kwa me
okay yetio
Daddy Joe and na dey em nwanwa se menya o program na mi hira wo pa ne duma wo di ma Ghana man yes ye mpanimfo Fernando Torre any Samsiduku yes papa ball no wo munim ba ye fie ni mo hwe o yeni mo hwe enye se sika no sebe ewo ho anti no na afeso ya no wage ni bum no akoto eni ade nana wo ble o nana wo ble ewum se nana penka wo ye adwuma nso wo ba wo mfa sponsor ba akokora mai wo mo hwe wo mu kakra boy no se wo prebi na wo mo hwe na yi ko yi wo mo hwe nkriti no because wo po ba na wo bo no ho ka e wo yade bi ho ha adwene oba ba no oba bo mu ase bi osi move ball ni ade no ena Samsiduku yi wo hweze say ni movement ni se bi osi ya ade ne wo ho yesre wo mu yesre onya se ebe mu sika nti ana obi selfish interest nti na bia oji ni bum na wakoye de wo be yesre wo hwe wo kakra na sika na wo de to eyi no wo mu na wo mu yanko mu se etise hwinimu mi wo eya pa yesre
yeah, that's it. Also, make a point. Maminko, and if it's nice on goes anopa Africa, no dear, Ebeko actually, and no Casa Beno, Casa, say Casa say, Ebedino. Okay, me come back. I'm here, and if you treat now, what's Bremeno? Okay, hello, good afternoon.
Hello,
sir.
Afternoon.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Can you?
Yeah.
I'm back to my head.
Yeah, you so.
Tell you, Pacho, Fernando Basia, I'm more pound on the you.
So,
Fernando Basia, well, let's let my young when you answer.
Okay, all right. Into also there, no. Anopa. Okay, Africa no dear, you be and no, your Casa no. Okay. Kasa ye beji na jai ye bekwetire no wunni vim kra na abrante ndi free sunyan abre no na free sunyan zongo. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Do Laka.
Yes sir.
I don't know there.
I adom na so
Adom. If I tell friend me actually bobo me kasa free in say area.
Okay.
So I thought Nigeria ni no Basia o mo jano kwani ye nyame ni. Mo ye ni jeno ho pa.
Okay.
Ye o ba bola o bono. E boy. Le ya be na ye ko fani fi. Se ano say won ko dia wono so nko. Bye bye.
Ano kodia ono so enko. Okay. Enti mefa emre no aso awie. Mame nye birthday ba kwa na mienu bi na yempe